My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no-magic.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wowee.
Which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked.
I don't know.
High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith from The Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to season 19, episode number 4065. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and my cock, Montgomery. And you are the Men's Room. On Ted today, once again, we play Big Dummy. Ted's Meat and Potatoes Gold's old school with nostalgic snacks. We will play Profile This, plus headlines, a Men's Room shot of the day, fun listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click, clack.
Drinking and drunk. All right, here we go. Wisconsin family finds a missing pig wandering in their yard, and his name is Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if you're in Canada, look for a Lamborghini that on a test drive was taken. When flying into Nashville, don't bring 50 pounds of weed in your carry-on bag. A Kentucky high school is evacuated after a thaw to make 7 students gag. And a snowmobiler in Massachusetts is suing after running his snowmobile into a Black Hawk helicopter. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call us, we will spin the category wheel. Right there. And then we'll ask you a question from that category. But here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy has been the lovely and talented Donine, who thought a Moscow mule was a Russian drug smuggler and found a way to answer 12 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Well, of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy.
To make a test to play Big Dummy, call 206-803-ROCK. You can like The Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send those emails to The Men's Room at KISW.com.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no magic.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wow,
which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked.
I don't know.
High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
This is a promotional message for Alexia Sweet Potato Fries, and in the process of elucidating you on all the wondrous virtues Alexia Sweet Potato Fries have to offer, I intend to do so in a prodigious manner befitting of such a superlative side. That's because all Alexia creations are creatively crafted, from sweet potato fries that accomplish a delicate balance of sweet and savoury, without GMOs or superfluous additives, to the eloquent lexicon of our advertisements, like this one, because every Alexia experience is intended to feel creatively crafted and exceptional without exception. Alexia's Sweet Potato Fries. Do procure them in your grocer's freezer.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Oh, but y'all, away we go. Welcome to Season 19, Episode number 4065. What a large and a charge program we have for you today on this beautiful Thursday. Head chef is back in the house. Ted's Meat and Potatoes. Going a little nostalgic today with some old school snacks. Now, are these ones that have come and gone?
Most nostalgic.
Nostalgic. Does that mean you can find them now, or they're...
Some of them come back around. It's more stuff from your childhood. Probably a little more mine, like 80s and 90s.
Okay. All right.
They still make the pixie sticks. Remember those?
They do still make those?
I'm asking.
I don't know.
A straw full of flavored sugar. A Kool-Aid, essentially, right?
They have to somewhere.
All right. We used to have the wax little drinks.
They weren't good, but you were excited every time you got one.
You ripped the top off of them, and there was juice inside. Basically, sugar water.
They discontinued Fruit Stripe gum, like 2 years ago?
Yep.
That one hit me. Mm-hmm. It's not that it's good. Well, you know what? It tasted very good for the 3 seconds that it lasted in your mouth.
I was about to say, you know what didn't hit you? The taste.
No, it did. You got 3 seconds to enjoy it, then you're just moving your mouth.
Hey, I'm guilty of the chip that I grew up with was called Charles Chips, and it came in a Big Tin. Yep. And they made them in New Jersey. So you can't get them out here, and I didn't even know if they made them anymore. So I got online, I'm like, oh my God, they still make these things. So like a month ago, I ordered a 10 of these chips.
All right.
Maybe 4 days. And when I mean a 10, I mean it is a big 10.
And you ate the whole thing?
In 4 days. And so
Were they as good as you remember?
Yes, they were better. And that's why
they're better than you remember.
They are better than I remember.
Almost no one says that.
And I am afraid.
Especially not food from childhood.
To order them again. Actually, I have ordered them twice, so that's a lie. But I am done ordering them for the time being, because I know how
For the time being. That means nothing.
Well, look, man,
I am done with this for now.
Momentarily.
Right.
But I will be back.
Because like when I was a kid, I used to love like the Hostess stuff. Twinkies were one of my favorites. Shocking, I know. But after I got older, I was like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself. It doesn't hit the same anymore.
See, I disagree. I believe even then that the 2-pack of Ho-Hos was the superior Hostess product.
I disagree.
Better than the
Twinkie?
cupcake? Yes.
Are you kidding?
No.
Oh, my
the rolled
God.
Ho-Hos with the
They
cream
weren't bad. I'm just saying, but I felt like you could get
Suzy
chocolate other places. Nothing tasted like a Twinkie.
I like the outside crispy chocolate with the cake inside and then the creaming. I thought
Ho-Hos are great.
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
But I mean, the Twinkies classic, right? It's like oatmeal cream pies.
God.
I like fudge rounds better, but when you think Little Debbie, you think oatmeal cream pie.
That's not what I think.
I would rather have a Chocodile.
Than an oatmeal cream pie?
No, I chalk it out over a Twinkie. It is a Twinkie.
Oh, sure.
But it's covered in chocolate. It's like when you go get an ice cream cone, right? And it's a soft serve, but you can get the chocolate. You can get it dipped in chocolate.
Every time.
I get it dipped in chocolate every time.
Waffle cone or the standard cone?
Waffle cone all
Thank
day,
you.
baby.
Yep. But I'm saying,
I don't know anyone that prefers the other cone to the waffle cone.
Yeah, you do. It's my wife.
Are you serious?
She does.
For real?
She loves
Why
the
did you
K-cones.
marry her?
The little sugar cones?
Yeah, exactly. Not the
they're
little sugar
gross.
ones, the K cones. The
The styrofoam ones.
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Loves them.
Mike, I'm so old that when I was a child, 4, 3,
They
5
just
years
put a
old.
scoop in my hand.
There you go. Yeah, I ate it up because we didn't have bowls. No, my grandfather would take me to he loved malts.
Yeah, my dad did too.
We go to a malt shop, which was like a 5 and dime place with a counter, and they serve breakfast there and everything else.
With the soda jack?
But soda jack, and they serve malts, and that was his big
It's a
thing.
soda jerk, not a soda jack.
I would normally go in there and get like a sundae or a milkshake or whatever.
Did
but
you
he
say
would-
Jack?
No, I said jerk.
Oh, I thought you said
Soda jack.
My bad.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So we've got
There
some
you got it.
nostalgic snacks coming up with the
Not that we
head
have any
chef
opinions on it.
and Ted's Meat and Potatoes. Also, with the new beer out, Men's Room IPA. By the way, the World Tour, the Men's Room World Tour, our first stop in 2024 happens Friday, March 15th, so a week from tomorrow at Black Raven Brewery and Tap House in Woodinville. We'll be doing our show live 2 to 6. Please stop by and taste the new Men's Room IPA from Black Raven. Taste all the beers. I believe they're going to have a food truck out there for you as well. And not only that, but if you haven't had the beer on tap, they're going to have plenty of that, and they've got great beer all the way around. So hopefully we'll see you there. We have more locations as you continue to send them in, and we appreciate that. Do so by sending us an email to the men's room at KISW.com. Mike, our Facebook page, where if you take a picture, whatever you can do, spread the word, and then we'll get that out there and repost it so people can see, hey, if I'm in Stanwood or wherever I am.
Shoot us an email to the men's room at KISW.com. Shoot me that picture. Let me know where you found it, and I will put it up there.
Yeah. Oh, man, we got so much show. There's more. If you download the Odyssey app, we got something new for you as of, I believe, tomorrow morning. Odyssey app is absolutely free, as you know. When you get to the Men's Room page, you need to subscribe right away. That way you get all of our daily podcasts and a brand new podcast that comes your way tomorrow. Well, it's not really brand new. We used to do the Men's Room Happy Hour on a live feature on the app. Did that for 548 episodes after every show.
But who's counting?
But they changed up kind of the way the software works on that program or the provider of that app or whatever the deal was. Can't do the live feature anymore. But we have brought back the Men's Room Happy Hour on a weekly basis. So we'll do it once a week, and it'll come out every Friday morning. So we'll start again at episode number 1. And we'll get that in the can. And tomorrow morning, hopefully when you wake up, you will get a brand new, kind of new Men's Room Happy Hour.
And podcast for.
Yes, exactly.
Castle came up to us last week and said, guys, I went to the web. How come I can't find this podcast? I thought you guys were going to start it like 6 weeks ago. What's the problem? I said, there is no problem. Honestly, we forgot. I'm like, not really one of us remembered.
We kind of had a new beer coming in.
Well, there was
A lot of stuff going on.
There were things going on.
And not a lot of people here.
Yeah,
that is true.
That's right. But when they do come, they come for a party. Okay, so we're throwing that party Friday, March 15th, Black Raven Brewery and Tap House in Woodinville from 2 until 6. Stop by. Try the new Men's Room IPA and all the great brews that our friends at Black Raven have to offer. Okay, today is also the day we play the game known as Big Dummy. It's an easy game to play, either playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober. Our biggest dummy so far, that would be Dean, who took 12 questions to get one right. And as we do when we play Big Dummy, we like to do a little Men's Room poll. Now, the last time we did the poll, we said, hey, you have to make an announcement to all your family, all your friends, your coworkers, everybody else. Put this up on Facebook. Everybody knows. So here are some of the announcements that you might have to make. There is a warrant for my arrest. So you're telling people, not specifically, but obviously something has gone down with you.
Yeah.
And it's not a good thing. There's a warrant out for your arrest. The next up, you got an STD from a prostitute. Mm-hmm. That was a choice, too. Look, you're not going to believe this.
I believe you.
Picked up a
I
prostitute.
absolutely believe that, Miles.
You know where I was. I was up by the Krispy Kreme donuts on Aurora. All right. It was,
she just hopped in my car, but I didn't ask her to leave.
It was actually in the Chick-fil-A parking lot, if you really want to know specifically. But STD from a hooker. Also, you would date a step sibling. That's kind of the inspiration behind the poll because it turns out...
Oh, you weren't here, Mike. That's right.
Step sibling pornography, if you were to go to a site like Pornhub, very big. Like, I couldn't believe it when my stepbrother walked in the room. Blah, 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 blah.
So I had sex
the
with
dialogue goes that way, all right? On like 60% of the front page of this frickin' website. So we did the stats on it, realized that that's a thing, obviously. If you've ever looked at that kind of a stuff, you will know that that's pretty prevalent. So, date a step sibling.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is I lost my job. And if you happen to follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live, this is how the poll shook out.
Hold on. I'm curious, Mike, which one of those 4 do you take? Again, I forgot you weren't here last Thursday.
I wasn't.
Until I saw the look on your face with the step sibling thing.
Right. Okay. So it was step sibling. It was picking up a prostitute. What else?
And getting an STD.
And an STD.
Warrants for your arrest.
And you have to announce it.
Make an announcement. That was the poll.
I honestly might make the announcement that I have a warrant out for my arrest.
I was hoping you'd pick that.
All right.
Because the idea of that is hilarious.
Because that would be a major shock. What in the world did he do?
Here's
I didn't
one.
pay my taxes.
Here's what you said. 6% of you said the least announcement that you would want to make. The one, no, I'm not doing that. I got an STD from a prostitute. So only 6% of you chose that as an option. So that was in 4th place. In 3rd place, to date your step sibling. That got 13% of the vote. All right.
I really feel that should be the
date my step sister, whatever.
It can be your stepbrother.
Yeah, stepbrother, you know. Hey, you know what? Whatever. Number 2, have a warrant. 28% of you picked that one. Overwhelmingly, if you had to make an announcement, problem is you lost your job. You have to tell people you lost your job. 54% of the vote. And this week on the poll, it's basically a pick one. There are 4 scenarios that we have covered a little bit of in the news.
Sorry, text came in. Just says, my dad had a girlfriend. She had a daughter. She was hot AF. We dated, LOL.
Okay, I know which one you would pick then.
Yeah.
So we're gonna,
That's all right. It's dad's girlfriend,
right?
Daughter,
right?
Well, if you grew up with the step sibling, that's what makes it weird. But if I technically have step siblings that did.
Would you date any of them?
If you're single.
If I was single, then okay.
No,
you wouldn't have to think about it that long.
They are very sweet young ladies. They're very pretty young ladies. Like
I'll date them.
There wouldn't be an issue, is what I'm saying. They're my same age. I didn't get to know them until I was in my 30s. You know, it's not like I've known them since childhood.
If my mom started dating a guy and he had hot daughters that were my age, like I'm dating them.
Right?
Yeah. Well, they're not married yet.
Yeah.
Now they're all married,
Right,
but
exactly.
still.
Yeah.
Wow, you're married. We're in the fantasy world.
So this week's poll, we're getting a little. We're going to the news well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're going to pick a scenario out of these 4 stories, and here we go. The event just announced this morning. Jake Paul is taking on Mike Tyson.
What the hell?
The YouTuber turned fighter says his bout against the 57-year-old former heavyweight champion will be the biggest fight in history. It's crazy to think that in my second pro fight, I went viral for knocking out Nate Robinson on a Mike Tyson undercard. He said, this morning, now less than 4 years later, I'm stepping up to face Tyson myself to see if I have what it takes to beat one of boxing's most notorious fighters and biggest icons.
He's 58.
57, 58,
57, whatever.
The fight will air on Netflix and will take place July 20th at AT&T Stadium in Dallas. Jake is 9-1, fresh off the first-round knockout victories, most recently with a guy in Puerto Rico over the weekend.
Who hadn't fought in years.
Oh, really?
Ryan Borland. Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in history when he was 20. He defeated Trevor Berbick in brutal fashion. That was way back in 1986. Now, he is widely regarded as one of the hardest-hitting and most feared fighters to ever put a pair of gloves on. He was 50-6 as a professional. His last professional fight, 2005, against a guy named Kevin McBride. And believe it or not, Jake and Tyson have a bit of history. They became friends over the years. They have been for many. And just 2 years ago, Mike said he'd fight Paul for $1 billion.
$1 billion?
$1 billion.
Well, I'd fight anybody for $1 billion.
Worth noting, Jake weighed in at 199 pounds, and Tyson is reportedly around 220. Paul added, whether you're tuning in on Netflix or showing out in person, whether you're Team Paul or Team Tyson, or whether you're a lifelong boxing fan or watching your very first fight, you are not going to want to miss this event. No word on whether this is pro or exhibition, but either way, they're promising that the fight probably will go down. So.
I'm sure it will. They're going to make a ton of money.
It's got to be an exhibition.
Yeah. So you're
not an athletic commissioner of the world. It's going to be like, yeah, you two get in there.
So your first option is to go one round with Mike Tyson, the 57-year-old former heavyweight champion. in the world. One round with Mike Tyson. Your next option. She was very, very powerful and very, very angry. That's how Leanne Galante described the black bear. She battled in a fight for her life after her 8-pound Pomeranian was snatched up.
I don't like dogs.
What was his name?
The dental hygienist from Pennsylvania's Butler Township had put the dog, Smokey, outside around 8:30. She knew a black bear with cubs had been spotted in the neighborhood.
Go outside.
Hardly on her mind until she heard a commotion. Then she saw 3 bear cubs silhouetted in a neighbor's tree. Then, out of the dark, I see this big bear jump over the fence, and there's Smokey. So I start screaming. At that point, the bear charged at her. In that moment, the 55-year-old thought both she and Smokey were goners. I just kept thinking, I can't believe this is happening. I'm being attacked by a bear. That was her comment from her bed in a hospital in Pittsburgh. I thought, this is it. I'm going to die. The bear knocked her face first onto the concrete, then chewed on the back of her head. I thought she was going to scalp me. She pulled so hard that it did pull the skin from the back off my ear. I was bleeding like crazy. There was an interlude when the bear's attention returned to Smokey the dog.
Hey, what's up, Smokey? I'm messing up your owner, dog.
Whether the massive animal rushed back at her, taking her to the ground for a second time before biting her left arm.
I say get down.
The bear was on top of me. I thought I was going to die. By some miracle, she managed to flee back inside the home with her dog and called 911. She is in the hospital with what her doctor describes as pretty significant tears, lacerations to the scalp, in addition to puncture wounds, several broken bones in her face. She is... I guess her blonde hair is now tinted red with blood from the injury. She hasn't really been able to bathe since she's been...
That's tough. I'm glad they add that.
I know. I don't know why that...
You got punctured lungs, broken ribs, and your hair's messy.
The bear was not so lucky. Found in a tree with her cubs, she continued with her aggression and was euthanized. Her 3 cubs were tranquilized and will be transferred to another location for the release. Per WTAE.
I am the euthanizer.
Channel 4 in Pittsburgh.
You have been euthanized.
So, you're going to
euthanized.
Fight off
We shot it out of a tree is what we did here.
Right. So fighting off a bear is option number 2.
All right.
Again, 1 round with Mike Tyson. Second option, fighting off a bear. Third story we brought you yesterday because we had a little bit of a debate about whether someone did the right thing. An Arizona woman said it was a lucky thing she was parked and not in motion when she discovered there was a rattlesnake in the backseat of her car. Milan Watts of Phoenix was sitting in her parked car with her boyfriend when he spotted the snake lurking behind them. He turned around and he had seen
Was
a
it
tongue.
lurking or was it just sitting there? Like, if it's a snake, you can say it's lurking, but like, was it lurking behind or was it like laying on the seat?
They're always lurking. Right. They're snakes.
The boyfriend he saw the tongue flickering, kind of flipping at him.
And he put fingers in a V in front of his face.
He says, I lost my mind. He said it was a good thing, but they are pretty good at that. He said it was a good thing that... Why did you get a snake, Linda? I like reptiles. What? Yeah. What? Thought you hated snakes. Well,
this one's different.
Yeah. He says when he saw the snake, he lost his mind. Watts said it was a good thing the car was parked at the time. I don't know what I would have done if I saw it while I was driving. I would have crashed the car. She said the car is frequently parked in desert areas. The snake may have been inside the vehicle for up to 2 weeks. I was driving around with a snake in my car for 2 weeks. We got real comfortable in that car.
Yeah, the boyfriend spotted it. I didn't know I had a snake in the car. Yeah.
Show me that move again. That snake made its home in there. Watt then called 911, which is the reason we got the discussion. Based on the fact is this an emergency that requires 911 or 411 or 311?
I still contend snake in your car, call 911.
I know you do. I'm saying
I say 311. Yeah. But there was no immediate threat from the snake. The diamondback rattler found its way in or was attempted murder, she wrote. Watson, her boyfriend, ended up opening all the car doors, and he used a tree branch and basically just shoved the damn thing out of the car. So, option number 2, or 3. You have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks. All right? You got 1 round of Mike Tyson. That's your first choice. Fight off a bear, second choice. Rattlesnake is going to be in your car for 2 weeks. That's choice number 3.
In the car you're driving. If you have 2 cars, I'll just take the Jeep all week.
I'm not going to drive my car. No.
I'll take the Uber.
And you
Guess what? It's in the Uber.
Right.
You got to make the round.
Yeah.
Right.
With Mike Tyson. Somebody's always like, I'll just lay down as soon as the bell rings. Like,
no.
Jesus, come on. You're fighting them.
Yeah, exactly. Let's be realistic about this. This is never going to happen. It's a hypothetical. Which one would you pick? Right? So rattlesnake's going to be in your car for 2 weeks. And the fourth option. This is kind of crazy. And, Steve, you've experienced a little bit of this, but not like that. Kansas City Chiefs fans enjoyed one hell of a season. But was it worth risking their extremities? Right. Because some of them did. The Grossman Burn Center in Kansas City has treated dozens of fans for frostbite this year. Most of them went to the January 13th Chiefs-Dolphins playoff game where the temperature was minus 4 degrees with a wind chill of minus 27 degrees at kickoff time. The fourth coldest game in NFL history and coldest Chiefs game ever. Now, around 70% of those frostbite patients are being advised to schedule amputations. One of them is a guy who took his gloves off for 5 minutes to put his tent up outside of Arrowhead Stadium when he was tailgating. He put the tent up for 5 minutes. He's going to lose 3 fingers for sure.
Good God.
Jesus. Even those who don't need amputations aren't out of the woods. Quotes, they'll have sensitivity and pain for the rest of their lives and always be more susceptible to frostbite in the future. So, our Men's Room poll, which is up now. If you follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live, pick one. Around with Mike Tyson. You're going to fight off a bear. You have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks, or you lose 3 fingers.
Jeez.
We'll take a break and come back with Big Dummy next.
At Metro, get an iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system for $99.99. Take amazing pictures and share them instantly. And don't put up with life's yada yada. Yada yada. Like photo bombers. Zoom, crop out, yada yada. And bye.
You don't take yada yada in life, don't take yada yada from your wireless provider. Get iPhone 12 with 5G with no activation fees and nada yada yada. Only at Metro by T-Mobile. Switch to Metro, bring your ID. This offer isn't available for customers currently at T-Mobile or that have been with Metro in the past 180 days.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Remember when you first saw the potential? And then through some elbow grease, fresh installs, and a whole lot of love, you transformed 100,000 miles and a body full of rust into a drive that's all your own. Look to your left. Look to your right. It's official. No one's got a ride like this. There's nothing else that sounds like, feels like, or looks like the set of wheels in your garage. With over 122 million parts, you can make sure your number one ride or die stays running smoothly. So there's no limit to how far you can take it. Brake kits, turbochargers, engines, exhaust kits, roof racks, LED headlights, bumpers. Whatever your baby needs, eBay Motors has it. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, it's guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Plus, at these prices, well, you're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house and owning it. Having an advocate who can help you navigate negotiations, timelines, inspections, and more can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
You're dedicated to building a bright financial future. Grow your investments with Millie Bank's high-yield savings account. Earn a highly competitive annual percentage yield with no fees or minimums. Getting started is simple, too. Download the app, link your account, and start growing your money. Welcome to a new way to save more for the things that matter most. Welcome to Millie Bank. Visit Millie.bank or download the Millie app today.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant, ready to play the big game.
Hello, Kyle. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Big Dummy!
Hola! Kyle, team sober or not sober?
Oh, I'm at the dispensary right now. Unfortunately, I'm sober because I'm off of work.
All right. No worries there. All right, Kyle, our Men's Room poll. Are you going to do a round with Mike Tyson? Try to fight off a bear. Have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks or lose 3 fingers. Oh, no.
Bad news.
Oh, damn. I think I'd go with a rattlesnake in the car for 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, he said 3.
All right,
yeah, what's going on?
Okay, Kyle.
I'll take a month.
Ooh. All right, Kyle, here is your question. What does carne asada mean in Spanish?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat that?
I can. What does carne asada mean in Spanish?
Is it beef?
What kind of beef?
Damn, is it steak?
How is it cooked, I guess, is more the question.
Damn, on the grill?
All right.
Grilled steak?
One and done.
Grilled beef. That's literally what it means.
Damn, I got it on the first one.
Lucky
Nice
you
job.
with the big brain. All right, before we let you go there, we'll give you a 50-50 question. Where do we want to go? All right. When leaving a cave, do bats turn left or right?
I would assume left.
Okay. Why is that?
I don't know, but they say all bats, no matter where you are in the world, for whatever reason, when they breach the cave, they bank left.
They love NASCAR.
Well, at least they don't just hog the
That's what it
opening.
is.
You know what I mean? They don't just stop and look around like the top of an escalator.
You're right.
I mean, at least they move one.
I'm going to go to that bat cave in Austin in June.
You are going to that?
Well, I'm going to Austin already for a wedding, but that's where that famous cave is, and I guess it's sundown. There's a specific time they all fly out.
I've never heard of that before.
That's cool.
All right.
You never heard of that bat cave?
I mean, I've heard of the bat cave, but not that one you're talking about.
No, it's like the largest congregation of bats under a bridge or something, I think, in the world.
Is the plural form of bats a congregation? Is that a group of bats? I bet you it's not, but I don't know what it is. I was thinking, what would you call a group of bats? A
colony.
A colony of bats.
You got a bat in the cave.
Hello, Candy. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Candy, are you sober or not sober?
I got to do homework, so I'm team sober.
That is a time to get drunk, friend.
What kind of homework are you doing?
For nursing.
Okay.
Oh, your own homework. All right.
Well, it's not math, hopefully. Okay.
It is. Absolutely.
That,
Good
they're
going.
under a bridge. Sorry. It's not a cave.
I have heard of that.
All right,
Yes,
that's all I was
I
like,
have
you
heard of
know
that.
this.
All right, Candy, what are you doing? Around with Mike Tyson, trying to fight off a bear, have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks, or lose 3 fingers?
Well, I like snakes. I caught a timber rattlesnake one time to show my mother-in-law and nearly killed her from fright. So I'm going with the snake.
Snakes it is.
All right. You said you showed this to your mother-in-law, or you tried to give it to your mother-in-law?
Well, I caught it, and then it was beautiful, and I wanted to show my mother-in-law. And so she's poor rheumatoid arthritis woman sitting in the chair in the yard, and I just went up and said, "Oh, look at this." It was wrapped around my arm, and I thought it was beautiful, and she moved. She ran in the house. It was horrible. I feel bad now, but...
Sure you do.
And we can tell.
It's not beautiful. It's a killing machine.
Killing machine. And in spite of her arthritis, she popped out of her chair and ran into the house. All right.
yeah.
Here is your question. Who was Saturday Night Live's first celebrity host?
Tom Hanks?
George Carlin.
George Carlin, yes, indeed.
Now, you say the first celebrity host. Did they have other hosts before that?
I don't know.
He was just the very first host.
Was he just the
That's
first
what I
host?
believe.
From that
Yeah.
point in time, most of the time, it's always been a celebrity.
Okay. All right, your question. You said you're studying for nursing?
Yes.
Okay, you better get this right, all right? The entire...
Ugh.
What blood type is the universal donor?
Oh, positive.
Oh, Candy.
Oh, negative. Oh, my God.
Oh,
Come on,
I didn't
Candy.
listen. You're right. I did not listen.
You can never remember my
Now
blood
someone's
type.
going to die.
I never remember my blood type. I never remember that, but I'm also not studying for nursing.
I'm B positive.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Be positive.
Are you just saying that?
No, I'm for real B positive.
Candy, you got to give me your scrubs now.
Okay.
Candy Scrubs.
Be positive. Sounds like a real bad rapper, like for children. All right, kids, I'm be positive. Once you hear that sound, the person who made that possible is the person you want to punch. I'm thoroughly convinced of that. Every time I hear the brr, 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 like whoever made that happen, she can be punched in the frickin' head. All right, your question, what color is a polar bear's skin?
Pink or red, you know.
Did you?
I don't know.
It's black, isn't it?
A polar bear's skin is in fact black. They're like Booker T. Washington of the natural world.
Frederick Douglass's beard.
The Frederick Douglass of the animal kingdom, the polar bear.
There was a revelation not terribly long ago on TikTok where cat owners were finding out that the bottom of your cat's, the little toe beans, that told you their skin as well. And so there was a lot of people that found that they had black cats and there was white cats too.
Huh. I got to look at my cat's feet now. I didn't know that.
I didn't know.
All right, your color. Your color. Jesus! It's the second time I've done that.
White. Even underneath the hair.
God. All right, a multiple choice question for you. In the month of June, it is illegal in Wyoming to take a picture of what animal? Is it
buffalo?
No, hang up. Multiple choice. A rabbit, a fox, a raccoon, or a dog?
I respect that you guessed.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
A raccoon.
A rabbit. A rabbit. Don't worry, that will not be on your nursing test. Just a random question in your medical test.
But now I'm just going through my chart. Like, what is my blood type? But I meant to ask. I just got a physical in January. I meant to be like, what is my blood type?
I need to ask. I just went to the dentist today. She poked my gum. I bled a little. Like, hey, can you test that real quick? All right, the question. What 3 states border California?
What 3 states? Let's see, Oregon.
Yep.
Nevada.
Correct.
And
come on.
is it Arizona?
Bam! All right. Man, oh, man.
Maybe go into teaching geography.
Yeah, something.
Game is Big W 206-803 Rock.
How about I have to send an email? Excuse me, what is my blood type?
Hello, Kane. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Kane, are you on team sober or team not sober?
Not.
All right, Kane, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. What are you going to do? A round with Mike Tyson? Try to fight off a bear? Have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks? Or lose 3 fingers?
Tyson. I've been doing some Oculus boxing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right, you're ready.
Okay.
Oh, ready to get my ass beat.
That's right.
How much space do you have for your Oculus? Because my son has determined that the dining room is the place that he must do it. He keeps rearranging the furniture.
I have I'm in a studio. I have just enough space in my living room, if you want to call it that.
All right. And how many times did you punch your own wall or trip over your sofa before you figured out the sweet spot?
I have not done that. Have you not used it?
I've used it a few times, man, and I hear everyone screaming, like, stop walking forward, and smack into the wall, or you punch something, you know what I mean? You lose all sense of where you are.
I haven't done that yet, but I let my mom use it. I was like, you gotta stand still. Yes. Come on.
Yeah. My parents, not such a good job with it. All right, here's your question. A dog sweats through what part of its body? Did that excite you? Oh, that's your thinking sound. My bad.
Crap. Anal glands.
Tongue? Nope.
The paws.
The paws, yes. Oh. And that is why their paws smell like Fritos. Kind of like your armpits.
And that's why they wipe their feet. I don't know if you've ever seen a dog do that, but they sometimes after they use the bathroom, they'll also wipe their feet.
Yes.
That's to leave their stink.
Oh, really? Because my turd's not enough. Let me leave my sweat as well.
A lot of planted grass there. Thanks.
Thanks, dog. All right. Here's your question. What is a haboob?
A weather event.
It is.
Sandstorm?
What was that?
Sandstorm.
Very good.
Also a good song.
You actually lived through one, didn't you, Ted?
I mean, I've been in them in the desert. Yeah. It's awful.
Can you see the wall coming?
Yeah. You can see them coming and stuff. During the day.
Oh,
the first one we got caught in was at night, so we didn't see it. And you just have to hunker down.
Does it hurt?
Yeah. That's why you got to have goggles. Like, when you go to Burning Man, the goggles and, the scarves and everything, it's not for a look. It's because you need to have that. And then during the day, I always tell this story, but I was caught in one. And I mean, you couldn't see Mike. You could barely see you, Miles. And what are we, 3 feet apart?
Right. So it's almost like a whiteout.
Yeah, it's like a whiteout, except it's little grains of sand, and it kind of hurts. And
yeah, you get sandblasted the whole time.
And how long does it last?
Oh, depends. Some of them pretty quick, minutes.
All right.
I've been in one that was 20 minutes, but in 14 on that Thursday or Friday, that one had to have lasted an hour.
Oh, my God.
I've heard stories that they last for hours on end, and you're just kind of stuck.
It's like Mad Max
Did you dive
Fury
into
Road.
someone's tent or anything?
I was lucky enough. I heard somebody go, "Hey, mate." And I'm like looking around, but I'm on a street, but I can't see anything. And I go over there. There's all these people, and they're like, "Get in here." And they had fans and misters and drinks.
Oh, sweet.
But I was way out on the outer circle, so nobody had been by in a while. So they were excited to see me. Again, this is 2014. And they're like, "We're from New Zealand." And I'm like, "Great." They're like, "What's our national bird?" I'm like, "The kiwi." And they're already drunk. They lost it. They were having so much fun. Yeah. So, I mean, I hung out for 4 hours
Days.
with them. Yeah. And this was before Nevada had legalized weed. So I had spliffs on me. And, you know how the Europeans and those, they're like, "Can we have some?" Like, here you go.
It's a shareable drug, man.
Yeah. They loved it.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 round.
Hello, Mark. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Mark, are you on team sober or team not sober?
Oh, I'm in my second Modelo, boys.
All right, Mark.
Is it in a can or a bottle?
We're canning.
Good. All right, Mark, what are you going to do at our men's room poll? Are you going to do a round with Mike Tyson, try to fight off a bear, have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks, or lose 3 fingers?
Well, if I lost 3 fingers, it'd have to be my the 3 you don't use. Let's go with bear attack. Great outdoors.
Okay, fight a bear.
But you're out of those, you're choosing to take on a bear. I'm just hearing this correctly. I don't know, man. Like, to me, that's the last on the list.
Are we settling on a black bear, or is it like, okay, there's a bear behind this curtain, we've chosen one at random?
Polar bear. So we'll say black bear. I mean, you got a fighting chance. It's not that, man, but...
I want a pink polar bear.
Yes, a pink polar bear. All right, here is your question, Mark. What Top Gun actor from the original loses his left arm in both the movies Total Recall and Starship Troopers?
Tom Cruise. I mean, I don't know any other guys.
Tom Cruise wasn't in Starship Troopers, though.
You guys remember Michael Ironside? He always played a bad guy because it's just the look on his face. Apparently, he was like a vegan pacifist, but you wouldn't know because he just looks like he's angry all the time.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, totally. You were that guy. That's what you're going to say if you Google Michael Ironside.
He was the captain or whatever his rank was there in Starship Troopers. He was leading the troops out there.
Yeah.
You recognize him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Crunch.
Right, he's always kind of in charge and pissed off.
Yes. Right. All right, your question. Ford produced the Model T in only what color after 1913?
What? Man, come on.
Okay. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. He has his Model T knowledge.
You remember the famous line? You can get him in any color you want as long as it's black.
Yeah.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 round.
Remember that, ladies. Hello, Cody. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
Cody, you're on team sober or not sober?
Not sober, just smoking some weed and drinking some Monster.
All right.
Oh,
Good for
hippie
you.
speed bomb.
Yeah, man. All right, Cody, what are you going
Hippie
to do?
speed bomb. Usually it's coffee in a joint. He's using energy drink in a joint. One's an upper, one's a downer.
Keeps you even. You feel the same.
It's called a yin-yang.
Yeah. All right, so what are you going to do? Round with Tyson, fight off a bear, rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks, or lose 3 fingers?
Yeah, I do the rattlesnake in my car because it just says the snake in your car. It never says that it bites you or attacks you.
Oh, it'll bite you. I got that feeling. All right, Cody.
I go with the,
Just got to hope that he's not camped out underneath your seat.
We don't know where he is.
Ideally, he just sits in the back all week long and we're all fine, but...
Ideally.
They're not
You don't
known
know
for,
that.
Right, they're not known for sitting in the same spot.
I mean, hell, you might get in front of a black bear that just sits downstairs.
Yeah.
You won't, but in this scenario, you could.
Tyson might have, pneumonia.
Right. He'll just sit in a stool. All right.
yeah.
I mean, in theory, if you could get to the third round, you might have a shot.
I agree.
And look, I mean, Mike Tyson still has a lot of power, but that last one he fought with Roy Jones was a little sloppy.
A little bit. All right, Cody, here's your question. Who wrote the 1988 book on cosmology titled A Brief History of Time?
L. Ron Hubbard.
That would be Stephen Hawking.
Very relaxed, man.
Yes. Oh, he's just chilling in that chair, man. All right, your question. What animal's stripes are on their fur and skin?
Zebra.
The other one, tiger.
Tiger.
To So if you shaved a tiger, it looked the same.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite the same, but yeah, the same pattern.
Huh.
But not the spotted cats,
A
right?
hairless
Not like leopards or
tiger.
anything like that.
Yeah, I was about to say panther, but they're more spots than stripes.
You know there's a hairless tiger out there.
Hang on.
You think so?
Sure.
Miles, no.
No, there's hairless everything. All animals. There's always a hairless one running around.
I want to get your shirt that says there's hairless everything.
You go to Google, type in hairless anything. Hairless deer, hairless squirrel.
And can you find a hairless tiger?
Horse.
So this is a tiger not in good health.
Oh,
but
hairless. God, I can't help it.
But you can still see the stripes there, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay.
All right.
That's an ugly-ass tiger.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Don't worry, she's better.
Here is your question.
Are you just making us feel better?
I think he is.
Yeah. Be positive. Dropping another hit.
What does the BBC stand for? The BBC.
Oh, the British Broadcast Communication.
So close. Corporation. The British Broadcasting Corporation.
Oh, I would have said company.
I think that's the thing. I was like, is it company or corporation? All right, your question. Another animal question for you.
Yeah,
Why?
maybe you should ask that question
What's
again.
that?
See who gets it.
What? Oh, I'll wait a couple weeks, ask it again.
No, just what does BBC stand for?
Oh.
Yeah,
you can learn a lot about people.
On
Big Black.
On Pornhub.
Pornhub or the broadcast.
Oh, no way.
Your question, what do flamingos eat that makes them pink?
The animal is itself, when it cooks, it ends up being pink as well.
Correct.
Oh, shrimp.
Bingo!
There we go.
Oh, shrimp.
Yes. More of Big Dummy coming up. If you'd like to be a contestant, 206-803-ROCK.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no magic.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wow,
which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked.
I don't know.
High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
Bring excitement to your landscape with proven winners, Color Choice Shrubs. These flowering shrubs and evergreens have been trialed and tested by experts to make sure they look better and bloom better, so they're just as easy to care for as what's in your landscape now, but a whole lot more colorful and interesting. Look for proven winners, Color Choice Shrubs, in the distinctive white container at your local garden center, or learn more at provenwinnerscolorchoice.com.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no magic.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wow,
which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked.
I don't know.
High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
99.9 KISW. We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Game is Big Dummy. 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our next contestant, ready to play the big game?
Hello, Kirk. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Kirk. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Kirk.
No Kirk. And there's no Kirk. Hello, Tom. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
Tom, are you on Team Sober or Team Not Sober?
I'm Team Sober.
All right, Tom, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our Men's Room poll. Pick one. You go one round with Mike Tyson. You'll fight off a bear. You have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks, or you lose 3 fingers.
A round with Mike Tyson.
Round with Tyson.
Nice.
How long do you think it'd last if you're like legitimately throwing down with him?
27 seconds.
Okay. All right. I was putting myself up there right around 30.
He's probably going to connect to me right away. So, as soon as he gets close, it's over.
I'm not going to dodge his punch. I'm going to try to, but what I'm saying, there's just no chance.
He's going to hit me.
It's going to be lightning fast.
Your best bet is to just run around for as long as you can.
I guarantee that's what I would do. As much as I'm telling myself I would not do that.
You got to last the round, or at least make it to the round. You can't just lay down. So it's like, yeah, he's going to hit you.
Multiple times. All right, here is your question. Excluding the cue ball, how many balls are used in snooker?
No idea. 5?
There's 21 balls in snooker.
That's probably why it's a bigger table.
There are 15 pink numberless balls and then 6 numbered what they call object balls.
I've only seen one of those tables in my life.
I saw years ago someone we knew from it. I was a little kid, so I still didn't know the difference between pool and snooker, but I have no idea what the point of the game is.
We had a pool hall in Morgantown where I grew up, and there was one snooker table in the corner, and there was never anybody there.
I was going to have no one play.
There's no pockets. It's just
the Eastlake Zoo used to have one.
Did they?
Huh.
I think so.
Okay. All right. Well, while we're talking that, how many balls are used in billiards? Keep in mind, billiards, pool, and snooker are, in fact, 3 different games.
Well, apart from the cue ball, 10, I believe.
3. Only 3 balls are actually used in billiards.
I guess I've never played billiards.
So then what's bumper pool?
Is that the pool with looks like the air hockey things in the middle?
Yeah, and it's kind of like a...
And it doesn't have any holes in it, right?
No, it has one, there's like a hole, but there's like little thing, like he's talking about, like almost like mushrooms, and it's like not a circle, but like almost like an octagon.
Have you never played that, Mike? I remember playing that a lot as a kid.
That was when you didn't have a lot of room in your house.
That is exactly what that was.
Those families bought that.
All right, one last question. How many pockets are on a billiards table?
6.
None. Trust me, I went down a Google wormhole with this. Like, what the hell? Because there's still professional tournaments.
Right.
You know, but there's no holes. Well, anyway, whatever.
That's a Danish.
I got it, Miles.
All right, your question. Who is author Mary Shelley's most famous scientist character?
Dr. Frankenstein.
There you go, Tom.
There you go. He knows his Frankenstein.
Game is Big W 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
Justin, sober or not sober?
I'm sober, driving home.
All right, Justin, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our Men's Room poll. What are you picking here? Around with Mike Tyson? To fight off a bear? Have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks? Or to lose 3 fingers?
I think I'd fight off a bear just so I could say I've done it.
Well, you hope you do.
I like it.
Or we could say that in your eulogy. Justin fought off a bear. Hell of a way to go.
Kind of.
He died doing what he loves, screaming his head off. All right. Here is your question. Who has been married the most times? Halle Berry, Kim Kardashian, Angelina Jolie, or Jennifer Lopez? So Halle Berry, Kim Kardashian, Angelina Jolie, or Jennifer Lopez?
I don't know a whole lot about celebrities, so Halle Berry.
I'll say J-Lo.
It is, in fact, J-Lo. J-Lo's been married 4 times. All the other 3, Halle Berry, Kim Kardashian, Angelina Jolie, all married 3 times.
Did she marry Affleck twice or just once?
I think just once.
They never married.
I don't know if they married.
They were engaged.
I don't know. Are they married now?
Yes.
All right.
I actually have no idea.
They are.
All right, your question. What gland do all mammals have, male or female?
Anal glands?
I mean,
pituitary?
Technically, you are correct there. We were looking for mammary.
Oh, mammary.
Mammary gland.
Memories.
Thanks for the memories. Hence, we're mammals, you see. All right. What species of tree is the tallest in the world? Ted knows.
Cedars?
Redwoods.
California redwoods.
Yeah. California.
All right, your question. Which TV show's theme song starts with the words come and knock on my door? Oh, I probably alliterated that wrong. Come and knock on my door. It's all,
is that the Brady Bunch?
We're walking the line, man.
It's all how you read it.
Three's Company.
Come and knock on my door. We've been waiting for you. Where the kisses are hers and hers and his. 372. Come on, dance on my floor. All right, your question. What point is scored immediately after deuce in tennis? Toilet paper.
Oh, my brother, I know he's listening because we used to play a tennis game.
Who kept score?
And I know that. Oh, good. Okay, let's see.
Thank you, Wii Tennis.
No kidding.
Hey, everyone knows you just swing the remote. You don't actually play that game.
Yeah. One of my
that was one of the better games of
that. Was
the
great.
Wii Sports, yeah, it was great. Yeah.
I like bowling and tennis.
My sister's always cheated at bowling. If you just lobbed the ball, if you hucked that thing, then it would just travel straight.
Oh, that's fun.
I know.
Come on.
Like, put some spin on that bad boy.
All right, come on, man. What
sucks.
is scored immediately after deuce? Go back to your childhood. You're playing your brother.
Deuce.
I don't know, 45? I can't remember.
45.
Advantage?
Advantage.
Yeah, advantage.
Texas game and it says J-Lo has more rings than the Cowboys. How many Cowboys have?
3?
Certainly in this century.
No.
Yeah. I think they have 5.
She has a lot more rings than a lot of organizations.
You know what? That is a strong point. More than the Ravens, more than the Seahawks. I'm done. Now my feelings are hurt.
Brady? Did she have more rings than Brady?
No. Elizabeth Taylor had more rings than Tom Brady.
Do you ever wear them all out at once? You know, like kind of like the NFL pros do. You know, like, I've got 3 rings, I wear them all
like
at
a
once.
headhunter?
Like J-Lo goes
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like a tribal headhunter with the jewelry.
This is Mark Anthony right here. That's Affleck.
That's Affleck again.
Yeah. Almost A-Rod right there. But
all right, your question.
She says she has all her engagement rings.
I believe that.
Trophy.
All right, your question. What thin cotton fabric used in summer suits takes its name from the Persian words for milk and sugar?
In summer suits?
Yep. See it a lot coming up in May. Seems to make it.
Are we just talking about it?
Yes.
Sundresses?
Seersucker?
Seersucker.
It is so comfortable.
Made my friend Sear.
You never heard of seersucker?
Never heard of that.
You ever see like the light? They're usually like a lighter suit, and it's almost like they almost look like they're a little wrinkled, but that's just the way seersucker looks. It's like at the Derby, you'll see a bunch of people in them.
Yes, you will.
Mm-hmm. There was a guy who used to work at the AFL-CIO. He was like the vice president, or he was higher up. He was on the 6th floor, and man, there was always rumors, but he wore those suits all year round. And I was like, he'd come sashaying in.
I got you. What are the rumors? Gotcha.
They're comfy.
Seersucker. I used to have a couple seersucker shirts. Love them.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Looks like they made a lot of locomotive drivers outfits. Like
Really?
the train conductor outfits.
Yeah, the hats.
Yeah.
The bibs.
If you're going to look that ridiculous, at least be comfortable.
Yeah, like the Mattress Depot guy. Yeah, he's wearing the seersucker.
You're going Mattress Depot guy? I was thinking Conjunction Junction.
Well, he's a cartoon.
I know, but he's still dressed.
He can wear whatever he wants to, man. He's probably wearing
Crayola wax.
Yes, the Crayola wax. All right, your question, which 3 states border Michigan?
I'm sorry, Miles.
I am too.
Let's see. You got Wisconsin.
Correct.
Think college football.
Mm-hmm. College football.
I'm trying to think, like, oh, man.
One of the states is kind of like round on the edges and gets high in the middle.
Sounds like me.
Bordering Michigan, right?
Bordering Michigan.
Barely.
Canada.
The game.
Is it Kentucky?
Ohio would be one.
So Wisconsin,
Indiana.
Ohio, yes, and Indiana.
Ohio doesn't exist. Everyone knows that.
Like birds, man.
But leprechauns do.
Talked to a woman yesterday, rolled over one. All right, the question. What are the first 3 words of the text of the U.S. Constitution?
We the people.
There you go. Nice job. Game is Big W 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Kyle. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola. Kyle, team sober?
I'm sober. I'm driving home.
Yep. What it sounds like to me. All right, Kyle, what are you doing there? Around with Mike Tyson, fight off a bear, rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks, or lose 3 fingers?
I don't think I'll make it the full round, but I'll take Mike Tyson.
Tyson it is.
As long as you put it in there.
Seconds.
Okay. By the way, everyone listening, including you, Ted, it says bumper pool has 2 pockets, 1 on each side. Your goal is to sink yours while defending your pocket.
Yeah, because there was a kid I went to grade school with. They had one in their house. And
Yeah.
right, I remember it's super hard to get it into that hole, but I don't know if we ever played it right. I feel like we were just hitting balls for hours.
That's the thing. I know I never played it right. That's good to know. All right. Okay. Here's your question. Where on your body would you find your helix?
Is that in the throat?
Anyone? Your helix.
I'm going to say between your...
That's your perineum.
Foot?
The helix, it's your big toe, specifically.
Yeah, I thought it was that line that goes...
You stubbed your helix. All right, your question. What spice is the only spice native to all lower 48 states? Is it mustard seed, black pepper, sumac, or cardamom? I hate saying cardamom because I feel like no matter how you say it, you're saying it wrong. Stupid word, cardamom.
Let's go with mustard.
That'd be my guess because it's a weed.
Cardamom?
Sumac?
Yeah.
Sumac.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
What do you use it for?
Oh, to poison yourself.
Yeah, depending on how you use it. Actually, there's some sumac popcorn that my wife and I discovered recently, and it is so freaking good. If you see the sumac popcorn, just buy it. You're welcome. All right, your question. What popular children's character was used to write a book to explain Taoism?
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Buddha.
And the name of the book was The Tao of Pooh. Which a lot of people, I misunderstood.
What?
That's a big pile.
The towel of who?
That is a big old towel.
Baby, give me an extra towel.
Towel.
Dog all over the foyer in here.
Big dummy.
Just throw it away. No, we don't need it.
Hello, Andrea. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Andrea, are you sober or not sober?
I am not sober.
All right, Andre. What are you doing over there?
A little bit of green, a little bit of beer.
Okay. Have you tried the new men's room IPA yet?
No, I'm not an IPA girl, but I am going to have my husband try it.
All right. I think you'll like it. Believe it or not.
Look, if you don't like it, just hand it back to your husband. But seriously, try it.
All right, our poll there, Andrea.
I wish my wife treated me like that. I don't want to try this beer, baby. You have it.
Here, drink this. What are you picking, around with Mike Tyson to fight off a bear, have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks, or to lose 3 fingers?
I honestly, I had to think about this. I'm like, I think I would go Mike Tyson.
All right.
I think I could distract him.
What, are you going to flash him?
Maybe, I'm a girl.
But then he's going to punch you in your breast. Mike Tyson, I'm telling you.
When he comes at you, just turn around and, just start shaking your butt. And then he's not going to punch you in the back.
That's right. He can't punch you in the back.
It's a rabbit punch. So if you turn your back and twerk or whatever, he's got to at least wait for you to be
Is
done.
that your system of it making a round with Mike Tyson?
I just got to make sure he's behind me. And as long as he's behind me, if he hits me in the back, man.
He might take the DQ. Just watching Miles do that. He's going to punch you in the back of the head.
That's an interesting question.
What's that?
You can't hit somebody in the liver. You can't hit him in the back of the head.
No.
Right.
But if somebody's
punch you between the shoulders.
If you're just standing there, I think it's legal to punch you between the shoulders.
You know what? You're right. Think about it, man. When they get close.
A rabbit punches back in the head.
That would knock the wind out of you in a minute.
Yes.
Oh, man,
you shouldn't be dancing.
Don't twerk at him.
Don't twerk at Mike Tyson.
He'll punch you. All right, here's your question. Now, Sarah Michelle Gellar, she played Buffy on the TV show, but who played Buffy the Vampire Slayer in the original movie?
I know this.
I masturbated to both of them in my younger days. I can admit that openly.
I don't know.
Come on, Ted.
Hang on, right? Because she's in that horrible movie with Charlie Sheen, The Chase. She might have been a Baywatch person by the end. Nicole Eggert.
Damn it! Is it?
Ted, I want to see you on Jeopardy or something. No. Damn it!
Well, I went far to find that name.
Christy.
It's not Christina Applegate.
No, Christy.
Think frozen food. Christy Swanson.
Steak.
Oh, Swanson.
Christy
Swanson.
Christy Swanson.
Christy Birdseye.
All right, Andrea, on that note, which of these was not a movie before becoming a TV show? Which one was not a movie before becoming a TV show? Was it Friday Night Lights, Clueless, Snowpiercer, or SWAT?
Can you repeat those again?
Yes, I can. Friday Night Lights, Clueless, Snowpiercer, sorry, or SWAT.
What?
It's working against me. Did you say SWAT?
Yeah.
It's SWAT.
It was, in fact, SWAT.
Good job. SWAT.
SWAT.
All right, yeah.
Davis Big W 206-803 Rob.
What rhymes with SWAT? Hello, Justin. I'm working on a song. Hello, Justin. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Justin, sober or not sober?
Sober. Donate plasma.
All right. How long did that take?
How long did that take? For me being about 300, it's about an hour.
That's not bad. Okay.
What kind of team is that?
All right, Justin, your men's room poll. What are you going to do? A round with Mike Tyson, try to fight off a bear, have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks, or lose 3 fingers?
So I thought about this, and I'm going to go with Mike Tyson. For one, I get to hang out with Mike Tyson, even though he punched me in the face. Afterwards, to choose the pain, I might be able to smoke with Mike Tyson.
I think he'd smoke with you in a heartbeat.
What about Smokey the Bear?
So, and then I might be able to get on to his podcast, Hot Boxing, and have a good time. So,
Hot
in my
Boxing.
little theory, so
That's a great name. Yeah. Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. That's what I was thinking on that one.
What was the one podcast? Was he hitting like a DMT pen or something like during
Something
the
like-
podcast?
yeah.
Just like, damn. Like, I'm not against that pen, but it seems like an odd time to hit it.
I'm Mike Tyson. All right, here's your question. We just asked about the television show SWAT. What does SWAT stand for?
oh,
Sarah's wet ass.
And
Toes?
toes. Yep.
SWAT's like special.
Yep.
Women and tacos. Just trying to help.
Man, now I just have wet ass on the brain.
Well, you got special, right? But just think about what SWAT looks like and what they do.
Hello.
Special
at the door.
weapons action task force.
I'll say Special War Attack Team.
Special weapons and tactics.
Weapons Tech.
Yes.
Okay.
Ted got it.
Somewhere.
Well, since you're doing so well with letters, What letters did HBO stand for originally?
Home box office.
More of Big Dummy coming up. If you'd like to be a contestant, 206-803-ROCK.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops. When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no magic.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wow,
which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked.
I don't know.
High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
If you've ever wondered if you can pull off cowboy boots, then you should pull on a pair of Tacovas. Comfortable right out of the box and available in dozens of timeless men's and women's styles. Their handcrafted boots are ready to put the world at your heels. When comfort leads, confidence follows. And Tacovas delivers both right to your door. Visit Tacovas.com. That's TECOVAS.com. And don't go gently. You'll love where you're headed.
99.9 KISW. The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
Nostalgic snacks coming up with a head chef and Ted's meat and potatoes. In the meantime, the game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Lindsay. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Big Dummy!
Hey,
Hi.
Hello. Lindsay, sober or not sober?
Sober.
All right, Lindsay, welcome to Big Dummy.
Thank you.
Okay, our men's room poll. What are you going to do, a round with Mike Tyson, try to fight off a bear, have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks, or lose 3 fingers?
I think I will go with Mike Tyson.
Tyson it is. All right.
Yep.
No offense, I'm going to put my money on Tyson.
I don't know.
No way, I can take him.
It's a Lindsay.
You think she can stay?
She got a chance. Again, back to the twerk move.
All right, your question. How many children did Noah have?
Oh, my gosh.
That he admitted to. Did you? 9? Good Lord.
He better have had 2, because that's what we know him for. 2 of everything.
Well, he had 3. He got extra because he built the boat.
No. 2 of everything.
He built the boat. I'm saying you
should have been a boy and a girl, and that's it. It's Noah.
And they threw the other one overboard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, do you think they had 3 giraffes? No.
I'm sure somebody snuck a third one.
There was no third animal.
I'm telling you,
came in 2.
Somebody snuck a third animal in there.
Hell no.
Like a hyena or
Never
something like that. They're kind of up to no good.
They said, look, 2, that's it.
It was the last minute, too. Like, he told everybody, I need a deadline of all the animals that are on this boat by Thursday, and I guarantee you Saturday morning, they're like, hey, can we sneak this guy on?
It's one more. We're sorry. We didn't get the email.
With 2 turkeys behind, 2 bald eagles just walking up a ramp. Yeah, they picked us.
How do you pick which 2 animals you're going to take? Right? Because I feel like
make it male and a female.
All that. No, I get that, but
God does.
Yeah, but when word of this gets out in the animal kingdom, I'm like, how do they pick Gary?
Nah, they don't care.
Gary? Yeah. Jesus, he can't even protect his own cubs,
I would be mad. Why are there goats in front of us? Or something.
What's the pecking order?
Are you doing a classism on the Ark right now, Miles?
Absolutely. What ship? You can't get on a ship that's a cruise ship that doesn't have a class system. Same with an airplane, right? If you get on a boat and you pay for a ticket.
Who's getting on first?
First class. That's
right.
What animals get first class
on your boat?
That's what I'm saying. The person who has the big cabin.
Are you just going generic and putting the lions on first? I'm asking the Miles Montgomery Ark. What are you putting on first?
Who gets first class and who's down? Who sinks with the Titanic? Right. I mean, as far as animals
in my
go.
mind, sloth. So everyone has to wait longer.
Oh, damn, the sloths are the first in line.
Man.
Come on, man.
It takes forever to get out of
there. Come on.
They're the ones that they have to stop the boat for because they're sitting there on the dock like, wait.
Rain's coming.
That's like the Noah Ark. I grew up with that story, right? I'm a Catholic. Grew up Catholic. How would anybody have lived?
What do you mean? I thought that was the whole idea.
No, but I'm saying all those animals, like one of them's going to attack something. Like I'm looking at a picture and there's camel and moose in the bottom.
Divine intervention, Ted.
Yeah, I'm just like, they would have gone crazy. Can you imagine that ship?
They all understood the assignment.
So maybe what happened was, originally he got as many animals on there as he could. But based on Ted's theory of like the lions are going to attack this, elephants. And Noah's like, yeah, I got 2. I thought you started with 12. No, just 2.
Why is there 2 of everything, but there's 30 antelope on here? What in the hell's going on?
Yeah, exactly. The world turned into a watering hole. Typically, that's a peaceful spot.
It is
unless
a peaceful
there's
spot.
crocodiles.
And that's the other thing. What do you feed? So now I got lions on my boat. And lions want to eat antelope. I also have antelope on my boat that don't want to be fed to the lions.
And they're just down there in the grain pile.
What do you feed the lions? Because they're like, we want the antelope.
And Miles, the crocodiles attack people at the watering hole all the time.
You know, that's a good point.
Maybe they went fishing.
No funny stuff, crocodiles. All right, your question.
Look,
if
if I'm
shut
on a
up.
boat and we've got livestock, like, I'm sorry, at a certain point, we're killing the cow or the pig.
Oh, we're eating it for sure.
I'm sick and tired of oats.
I bet you Noah did make that exception. Like 2 of each animal. However, 12 cattle and 16 pigs would be ideal.
You give it like a couple monkeys a fishing rod. You know what I mean? Like you just
put them to work.
You're on water. Everybody's eating
Miles
fish
is making the monkeys work.
Seriously, man. If you got 2 arms, you can reel some in.
You got 2 arms. You
You're
come
on
down there and
you're on
double
top.
fish.
Can you throw a net out?
Birds of prey start picking stuff up.
Hell yeah. Seriously, bring them back.
Miles has a system. I like
Feed them
that.
dead, drowned bodies of...
We're fishing, man.
You feed them the drowned bodies of Sodom and Gomorrah.
All right, Lindsay, if you'd be quiet, I'll get to your next question. Which is...
I'm trying.
Yeah, I know. My guy just kept going on and on. The singer of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, one Thurl Ravenscroft, was also the voice of what breakfast cereal mascot?
Yeah.
Oh,
He was on the
my
ark.
goodness.
They put him on the ark. That's
3
how
of them.
That's how they fed.
Breakfast cereal? I don't know.
Come on, man. Think of your breakfast cereal mascots. I also sang the Grinch.
And I
I
did.
don't know if I make it. I don't know. Tony the Tiger.
Bam! There you go.
See?
Right.
You do
Yes,
know.
indeed.
You know more than you think.
They're great.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Ryan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Ryan, sober or not sober?
Sober. I got another day of work.
All right, Ryan. Okay, our men's room poll. What are you going to do here? Go around with Mike Tyson, try to fight off a bear, have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks, or lose 3 fingers?
Let's go with Mike Tyson. I think it'd be cool to get rocked by him.
I think you think that up until you get rocked by him.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good story.
The story is much better than the moment.
Yeah.
That is for sure. All right. Here's your question. What is the only major city located on 2 continents? Ooh.
In the world?
Yes, on this planet, specifically. I know Ted knows.
Which major city?
Yes.
It's a massive city. It's had different names, but the name, like, huge.
I've been holding it, bro.
I don't know. What do you think here?
Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know.
That's what
why,
she
but
said.
I'm thinking Sydney.
Nope.
Jeez. No. City, that's, I mean, Australia doesn't even border another. Come on, think about it. It used to be the whatever empire, Istanbul.
Istanbul.
It's Asia and Europe. Basically, Istanbul is Europe, and the rest of Turkey is Asian.
I think that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
All right, your question. Where the hell did it go? What was Pinocchio's father/maker's name?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you don't know, you don't know.
It's Italian, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like that's the name of an Italian restaurant.
Hey.
Vinny.
Geppetto?
Oh, you got it, Ryan. Nice job.
Geppetto.
Nice work.
Is there a Geppetto's? I would eat a Geppetto.
There's got to be a Geppetto's.
I would think so.
I don't know if it's a chain, but I feel like every town's got to have a Geppetto's.
And then he just has marionettes hanging like flags from the ceiling.
And cannoli. Yeah, marionettes and cannoli. Hello, Ken. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hola. Doing well, Ken. Sober or not sober today?
Oh, just sober for too long.
All right, Ken. Our men's room poll. What are you taking, around with Mike Tyson to try to fight off a bear, have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks, or lose 3 fingers?
I think a rattlesnake in your car would be fun. I don't have that long of a commute, so it'd be kind of fun.
Okay, and make it more exciting.
I don't know that fun is the word I'd use.
You probably hit every red light.
Yeah, guaranteed. All right, your question, Ken. Captain Morgan, the pirates, not the drink, used what Caribbean island as his base of operation?
Puerto Rico.
Jamaica?
Oh.
That's all they got there is rum. I mean, rum and red stripe. Almost every single drink has rum in it.
Yes.
And they're all good.
And I think Bacardi only moved to Puerto Rico for a reason, right?
I don't know.
I think that's why that factory's there.
Huh. Okay. All right, your question. Mariner 4 sent the first pictures of which planet back to Earth?
Mars.
All right. Nice
Two
job,
done.
Ken. Gave us Big W, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Shane. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Hello, Shane. Sober, not sober?
Sober.
All right. Shane, our men's room poll. What are you going to do, round with Mike Tyson to fight off a bear, rattlesnake in car for 2 weeks, or lose 3 fingers?
I don't care.
I didn't hear you, man.
Fight off a bear?
I'll fight off a bear. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. This is your question. The character Elmira Gulch was played by Margaret Hamilton in what classic movie?
I don't know what that is.
It's kind of a trick question.
Yeah. Like Christmas.
What was that?
A Christmas.
Not the Christmas movie.
Shane, you got to move in your house somewhere, man, because your phone is just crapping out.
I'm trying. Hang on.
Yeah, go to the corner where you stand all the time.
Elmira Gulch was in The Wizard of Oz. She was the Wicked Witch in Kansas, the chick on the bike.
Okay.
There you go. Elmira Gulch. What a beautiful name. All right, your question. In what country is Mount Everest?
The Himalayas. Nepal.
That's one.
There you go,
man.
That's
That was
Chinese
China
round.
on the other side, I believe.
Yep. Game is Big W, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Eric. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Eric, sober or not sober?
Sober for now.
All right, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, what are you going to do here on our men's room poll? You're going to do a round with Mike Tyson, try to fight off a bear, have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks, or lose 3 fingers.
I like my chances with the rattlesnake.
All right. Rattlesnake it is. And doing well today on the poll.
All right, here is your question. What does the main active chemical in marijuana, THC, stand for?
Boy, I couldn't tell you that one. Tetrahydrochloride.
Oh, God. I would not smoke that. Anyone? THC.
I don't know what it is.
Hemp concentrate?
Tetrahydrocannabinol.
Oh.
Tetrahydrocannabinol.
I just smoked
That's
it.
why we call it THC. All right, what 2 planets in the solar system have no moons? They do not show their behinds.
And Uranus.
I'll say Mars. No, I'm sorry. I'll say Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say
I would go
Saturn.
I'd go right next to it at Venus.
That is correct.
Venus.
Let's give you a hint. It rhymes with penis.
Is it just too hot?
I don't know. I don't know why
Too
they
close to the sun, so
don't
they
have.
just basically evaporate.
Well, even Mars' moons are like little bitch
How many
moons.
moons does Saturn have?
The number keeps growing. So the last count I heard was something like 27.
I thought the rings around them were just based on busted up moons or planetary debris. So
I do think they believe that might be the case.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
I just want chunks of satellite in there now. I want us to leave our little imprint on Saturn's rings.
What, just fly through the rings?
Not necessarily fly through it, but, there's a satellite that we've just abandoned and whatnot, and it collides with something else, and then all of a sudden we just got there's like a screw in there, there's a little wheel, something like that.
Oh, you want to leave a trace of humanity behind?
I do. I want it just to sit there and circle Saturn forever.
But I think every major city should be able to contribute something. So like in Baltimore, what lays around? A discarded chicken wing. In
Lake
Seattle, it could be Lake Trout. Right. In Seattle, it could be a hypodermic needle. It could be a Starbucks thermos.
It could be that guy that's been over but still not falling down. That guy's got to fall eventually.
He can sleep for 18 hours standing up. We'll send him up there.
Man, oh man.
That way, every city leaves its little imprint, So wherever you're from, what represents it? Just thinking ahead, Mike. All right. Here is your question. What is the inflammation of the gums called? My buddy's ex-girlfriend. Jesus, she had the biggest gums I've ever seen. I'm telling you.
Boy. Gingivitis.
There you go.
That should have been her nickname.
Gingivitis.
What's her name, Ginger? It's a gingivitis?
Big Dummy!
Hello, Brian.
Hello, Ginger.
Hello, Brian. Welcome to the men's room.
Yes, sir.
Hola. Brian, sober or not sober?
Hola.
Somebody here on the text line says, Venus is cold. Venus is not cold. It is the hottest planet in the solar system.
Hey, Brian, are you sober or not sober?
She really is from Venus.
Definitely not sober. I'm on the East Coast.
Aha. Where are you calling from?
Palm Coast, Florida.
What's the weather like there today?
75 and hot.
Nice. Okay. All right, Brian, our men's room poll. Will you do a round with Mike Tyson? Try to fight off a bear, have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks, or lose 3 fingers?
I'd probably fight off a bear.
Fighting off the bear. All right. Sounds like a very Florida thing to do.
It really does.
Well,
really.
I'm actually from Sunas, Washington.
Doesn't matter. As soon as you move to Florida, you get stupid.
You're willing to wrestle the bear?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
That's how you get your driver's license. Oh, you don't have to drive anything. Are you willing to wrestle that bear?
Hell yeah! Did you regularly drink Busch Light Tall Boys when you lived in Washington?
No, I drank Ice House.
Okay, what are you drinking now?
Bud Light.
Okay.
Florida.
Ice House, huh?
Yeah, Ice House. It's what, that 6.8% alcohol?
Yes. Yeah, you sound like somebody that lives in a home. Generally, people that drink Ice House do not.
Well, I mean, I lived in Tacoma for a little bit and lived in Renton. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I mean, look, I had one buddy way back in the day. All he drank was Ice House, and that was his thing, right? He was a little bit older than us, stronger beer. Unfortunately, when we were in our 20s, he passed away. I don't know that Bernie and I have had an Ice House since then.
Oh, really?
Now, the day of his funeral, we drank like 3 cases. Between all of us. But like, right, like.
I drank Ice House all the time, and my stepdad actually said, Brian, you need to drink something a little bit lighter. You're small and you get hammered.
Yeah. I mean, Joe was the same way. He was a tiny dude, but he loved Ice House.
Oh, God.
All right, Brian. Here's
I mean, it's the truth. It's a strong beer.
Yes, it is.
Here's your question. Which Spice Girl was Victoria Beckham?
No idea.
Oh, come on, man. She's posh.
Posh?
Yes.
Look, I listen to rock. I don't listen to that Piper Ice House stuff.
How old are you?
37.
Oh, you're not that far. Yeah, I don't know. I'm 43. Like, we all were into the Spice Girls. They were hot.
I want you to think about your age.
Hot, but the music sucks.
Think about how close he is to me.
It wasn't about the music.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you a song from them, but I remember them.
That's like looking at Britney Spears, but like, dude, she's hot, and like having posters up in there, but she can't sing worth a crap.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, Hit Me Baby One More Time is probably her first hit. Spice Girls had If You're Gonna Be My Lover.
One more time.
I mean, come on. Yeah, you watch enough of these videos with no pants on, you start learning the lyrics.
The key, kids, is not to wear pants.
But that was back in the day when they actually had music videos.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays,
now you got to find them. All right, here's your question. What are the only 2 states where Major League Baseball teams play during spring training?
Major League Baseball spring training, I'd have to say Texans.
No, what
2 states?
Yeah, the 2 states that do it. So you're saying Texas?
Texas and Florida.
Well, at least you got Florida since you live there, but Arizona and Florida. Arizona.
Yeah, I have a brother-in-law that lives there.
I was just about to ask. That's crazy. All right, your question. What do you get when you add fresh fruit to red wine?
Ooh, yes.
Fresh fruits to red wine.
I want to like wine just to have one of these.
That's a sangria.
You know your liquor.
He does live in Florida.
All right, the game is Big Dummy 206-803. Rock will do one.
I also like the idea that guy switches between sangria and ice house.
That's a bad night.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Mike, team sober or team not sober?
Sober. I'm going to pick up my daughter from play practice.
All right. Okay, what are you doing in our men's room poll? Around with Mike Tyson to try to fight off a bear, have a rattlesnake in your car for 2 weeks, or lose 3 fingers?
Can I stick the snake in my trunk?
No. Well, you don't know where the snake is.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
the thing.
Pick him up.
Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll go with the snake.
All right, snake it is.
Snake. What play is your kid performing in? My daughter is also at play practice, you see.
Aladdin.
Aladdin. I could not tell you which one my daughter's doing.
That's really come along.
What's that? Aladdin?
Yeah. All we ever did was like Oliver.
Do they have like the kids don't do that old school crap anymore. Honest to God, man. Like, you go and see these things. I'm like, okay, like you're saying, it's like, okay, you've updated something, but it's not Annie or some stuff like that.
Oh, Disney comes in like a SWAT team on these kids.
Oh yeah, if you don't, no pictures, no video, no this, no that, no fun, no Disney. You won't get. We're gonna watch this thing. We're bringing a representative. Yeah, so then they shut down a high school production.
I'm not kidding you. They are absolutely on their asses.
Yeah,
they do that stuff. Totally.
All right, your question. What 2 U.S. states' names end with the letter Y? Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Texas, Kansas, Utah, Arizona.
You said ends with the letter Y.
Y. Ends with the letter Y.
Oh, man. I am blanking. Oh, I got one.
New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That is one.
Yep.
Damn it.
Texas.
Really good food comes from here.
I mean, if you like a hot brown.
I think more horses.
Kentucky.
There you go.
Yes, well done.
Yeah, Mike, what is the Kentucky? Oh, you like
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Thank you. All right, I'm with Miles.
My black ass got it.
Kentucky.
I was on it.
I knew you'd be with me.
Head chef coming up. Ted's Meat and Potatoes goes old school with some nostalgic snacks. And we've got your emails coming up next in the men's room at KISW.com.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops. When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no-magic.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just 2 people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wow,
which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked. High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
This is a promotional message for Alexia Sweet Potato Fries, and in the process of elucidating you on all the wondrous virtues Alexia Sweet Potato Fries have to offer, I intend to do so in a prodigious manner befitting of such a superlative side. That's because all Alexia creations are creatively crafted. From sweet potato fries that accomplish a delicate balance of sweet and savory without GMOs or superfluous additives, to the eloquent lexicon of our advertisements, like this one. Because every Alexia experience is intended to feel creatively crafted and exceptional without exception. Alexia's sweet potato fries. Do procure them in your grocer's freezer.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops. When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no-magic.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood. Which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked. High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Head chef on the way. Ted's Meat and Potatoes goes old school with a little nostalgic snack action. First time, though, for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Jump right to birthday requests. Hola, guys. Today is my girlfriend Taylor's 24th trip around the sun. Would y'all give her a green bean sampling? Some fish sandwich, maybe? And the Dirty German's going on about what we can DoorDash today. Thanks, guys. That from Michael.
Green beans. Green bean.
Fish sandwich.
Green bean.
I'll have a fish sandwich.
Green bean.
A fillet of fish sandwich.
Yeah, I'm pretty much sure that DoorDash pretty much will bring anything to your door now. So if it were me, it would be 7 gallons of KY jelly.
Yeah, so you should make sure whatever it is, it just comes with a beverage since your mouth will be parched.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So I would make a joke about Taylor and a ham, but...
yeah.
Nobody would get it.
Guys, finally remembering to email for this year for my 32nd birthday. I know Thrill, bit of a space nerd, as am I also, into what some call, mostly my wife, uninteresting factoids about space. Was wondering if I could get Thrill to talk about the sexual exploration he feels when discovering the mass vastness of space, maybe as Mike Tyson. I appreciate the good fun you guys give us every day. And thank God for the Odyssey app.
Yeah, I don't spend a lot of time on space, but I do spend a lot of time on Uranus.
But Charles, can you do a birthday shout out from my little bro Justin? It is his 33rd year around the sun. Send him some Germans to let him know how to accomplish getting laid with a hottie, and how to do that with a big old fat bong rip too, and maybe a fish sandwich. That from his big bro Sean. Thanks again.
Fish sandwich. Are you sure?
Yeah, the German secret to getting laid by a hottie is simple. It's called red wine.
Yeah, you know, in some places, especially in Germany, I don't know what it's called back in the day, but now it's just called the euro.
Yeah.
You stack up your euros so you can get that hottie.
But today is my brother from another mother, JJ. Birthday's 37. Could you give him a big wet fart? Your penis is too small. And the Dirty Germans talking about how punk rock is dead. Thanks, guys. Love the show. Listen every day. Appreciate all you do. That from Mike.
Yeah, I understand you might be missing your punk rock, so tonight, to make you feel better, I'll be giving you a plump.
Yeah, so weird thing is, this guy says it's dead. It's like he's never heard of My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
Bitches want to wish my wife Crystal a very happy 41st. Can she get some green beans and a Pat Sajak? Thank you, guys. That from Hubs Jorge.
Green beans. Green beans.
She wants a D, and she's going to get one.
Green beans.
Michelle, can you please wish me a happy birthday? It's my 48th trip around the burning bowl. How about a bong rip and a fart montage? Nothing makes a stone guy laugh more than farts. Thanks for all you do. Congrats on the new beer. That from Brian in Boston, Massachusetts.
Nice.
Boston.
What did he need?
Fart montage.
Fart montage, that's right.
Guys, today's my longtime friend Pat's birthday. He has been orbiting the sun for 55 years. Love it if you give him a fish sandwich montage, a what the F is that, bro, and a let's pull it in, Jay. Thanks very much for doing the show. You all are the best. Much love and blessings. Stay safe. That from Jay.
Can I get
A fillet of fish sandwich.
So you know I got
I'll have a fish sandwich.
Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? Put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
I'll order a fish sandwich.
Is it too early for a fish sandwich? Cheese and tartar on the side.
Ooh, yeah.
I smell the fish sandwich. Maybe some dinner relish in the morning. At noon. And at night.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
So you don't want a fish sandwich?
Oh my God! What the is that, bro? Let's pull it in, Jay. Come on.
Hola, guys. My mostly Polish mother is turning the big 75 today. She's doing very well. She's active and still caring for 2 horses and helping the neighbors with building and painting projects. My brother and I are very thankful for all that she did to raise us as good humans. I inherited the good looks. He got the blonde hair. So please have the dirty Germans tell her that 75 is not too old. Also give her her first ever bong rip. Thanks again. That from her son, Mark.
First ever. That's what she tells you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I smoked it out of foil. Yeah, you're 75 years old. Take it from the dirty German. If you're alive, you are not too old.
Yeah, that's not old at all. So that can help you with a little bit of a young beef injection. So it'll keep you younger all the time. Yeah. Tell your son, see, you call me dad now.
Jesus. All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ja, the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Bob. A couple of extra emails here as we check out some of the locations, people checking in who have found the new Men's Room IPA from Black Raven Brewing. Away we go.
Thank you for letting us know, by the way.
Yes.
People have been on that.
I'll send us an email if you find it. Snap a pic there to the men's room at KISW.com. We'll spread the word.
And we just got a text that says, just picked up the new IPA at Safeway on 56 in Tacoma. Very tasty. My better half isn't a big IPA drinker, and she also really likes it. There you go.
Very easy drinking IPA. Guys, Total Wine and More in Linwood has the new men's room IPA from Black Raven Brewing. There's more. Guys, I just put the Black Raven Men's Room IPA on the shelf today at the Friday Harbor Marketplace. That from John, who must be some kind of a bigwig there.
What is that?
Manager or something. I don't know. He's got a big title. He's got his own thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's got his own thing.
I mean, you're important.
Right. Mm-hmm. What else we got here? Hold guys. Super Deli Mart in West Seattle has the Men's Room IPA. That from Ian. Another one. Gentlemen, picked up your new IPA at the Bainbridge Island Safeway yesterday, and it's a banger. Black Raven has never made a beer that I didn't like, and that continues here. Very well balanced, easy drinking, and the tropical notes on the nose are awesome. Well done, and I guess this is the closest we'll get to Thrill's Desire for a Men's Room IP Ale.
Yes.
Hooray, beer. That from Alex. And a couple of additional locations here in the area, if you haven't tried the beer yet, at Film Homes Market and Deli. Also at JBLM, Lewis Class 6. The Fox Island Grocer and Deli. Another one on McCord, the AAFES, the Field Express, Class 6 as well. Buggleshoot Enterprises, that will hopefully be the casino. Total Wine in Olympia. Team Liquor in Yelm, in Beverage. Total Wine in Olympia, Yelm Liquor in Beverage. At the Safeway in Woodinville, King of the Hill has the beer. Safeway in Lake Stevens, the Hagen in Snohomish. Spirit World, they've got the beer. Total Wine in Tequila, Country Joe Deli Mart. Also carrying the new IPA along with Dean Straley's Bremerton, Texaco. The Gig Harbor Mini Mart, Day and Night Grocer in Auburn, Dillon's Corner Market, the West Side Food Mart, Plateau Shell, Red Fall Quick Stop, Parks Place Grocery, the Union 76 in Redmond Falls City, and the Metropolitan Deli and Cafe, along with the Trestle Station. Some of the few of the locations that carry the Men's Room IPA now from Black Raven Brewing.
We just got a text from our friend Suzanne at the 884. Says, Hola, fellas. A group of guys came in today at the 884 to try your beer and asked how I got it on tap. Well, instead of a normal answer, I made a hand motion that I gave you guys mouth hugs. Needless to say, it was hilarious, but even better was when I said, my husband was the one doing the work.
Okay. Don't forget, if you have not had a chance to try the Men's Room IPA,
thank you, by the way.
Join us for the Men's Room World Tour. Stop number 1 for 2024 at the Black Raven Brewery and Tap House in Woodinville. We'll be broadcasting live from 2 till 6 Friday, March 15th. If you haven't had a chance to try the beer, you just want to hang and party in a beautiful room, it's absolutely free. Try all the Black Raven beers. They are fantastic, but definitely having the Men's Room IPA on tap as well. And speaking of drinking, coming up, we will drink and toast with a shot of the day. But first,
time to open wide and sample Ted's meats and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the Men's Room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef is in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. Now, this list here is the top 10 or the 10 most nostalgic snacks of all time.
All right.
But somebody went and looked up Google data to find out what's the most nostalgic snack of all time. So some of these, I don't know if they're necessarily good, because when you do Google data, that might be also people just Googling to see if it still exists.
Right. And you're right. Like you said, nostalgia does not mean something's awesome.
Do you guys have anything nostalgic snack-wise? Miles, you brought up Pixie Sticks. They still are for sale.
I think, I remember potato sticks that came in a can.
Yes.
That was kind of a weird snack that I don't see much of anymore.
When's the last time you had a hot fry or a cheddar fry?
Hot fries, not too long ago. I did buy a bag of those. Not as good as I remember.
I'm with you.
Funyuns, I can still dig every once in a while. That was
Funyuns to me are like the meat lover's pizza. Or not meat lover, like the cheeseburger pizza.
All right.
That's a once a year.
Yeah.
You know,
like Bugles. There's a couple things every once in a while. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Chex Mix or whatever.
Bugles only might get purchased more often now as they've made like that medium-sized bag.
Yes. Also the caramel, and they have different flavors.
Yeah.
They really
those ranch ones.
What do you find you go for at the airport? You walk into Hudson News. They seem to always have a small selection of snacks, but it's never like Lay's potato chips.
Yeah, it's always like Cheez-Its.
Funyuns, Bugles, all that kind of crap. And I always end up buying combos, and every time I buy them, I'm like, I don't like these.
What flavor? Cheese, pizza, what?
I try them all, and for whatever, I'm always determined that I'm going to like them this time. I'm 55. I should be able to work this out, but I'm still like, let me try it this time. No, I don't like these.
Well, the peanut butter pretzels that VD buys from Costco are superior.
Those are great. Somebody here says Cracker Jacks. That is a solid one.
Yeah.
I never really loved those as a kid. I just wanted the toy inside.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically you're just getting the caramel popcorn with some nuts in there.
Yeah.
So they start with Rice Krispies Treat cereal. This came out in the 90s, got pulled from the shelves at some point. Somebody launched a petition on change.org in 2019 to get them back. Around 30,000 people have signed it. I still contend this is the best cereal ever made.
I never tried it.
Right, because I was a kid in the 90s, and it was a massive deal to get it. The problem is, all those cereals are already sugary, but like these were little clusters of Rice Krispie Treats. Like, I think at some point my mom was like, "We can't buy these." Right. You know what I mean? But I remember, you would just, if they brought that cereal back, you would see you don't need milk. You could just sit there and eat it.
Maybe that's why they're like, let's pull these off the shelf. Parents are getting angry.
Next on the list, we got Waffle Crisp cereal. Came out in 96, got discontinued in 2018, but Post brought it back in 2021.
Loved Waffle Crisp.
I don't remember that one that much.
No, it was a great cereal. I forget who made it. No, that was French toast. Crunch. It was Post. I'm trying to because
Mike, you strike me as between Post and Kellogg's. You strike me as more of a Post-leaning guy.
That's not inaccurate
because that's kind of like the old
I
man
like plenty
version.
of Kellogg's too. Though.
Sure,
like Frosted Flakes is my favorite cereal.
Well, I mean, hell, they're Frosted Flakes.
No, Waffle Crisp was really, really good. I enjoyed that one.
All right. Yeah, I mean, feel like put waffle in front of anything. It's generally people like waffle fries.
Yep.
Right. You like waffle cones.
Yep.
Waffles. Chicken and waffles. Waffles and chicken. I don't know if you guys will remember this one. It came out in 96. They were gone by 98. Orbit's Drinks was flavored water with little edible balls floating in it.
Jesus.
But the bottle was very unique. Like it started out a little wider and kind of went up. Not as bulbous as, say, an Orangina. Orangina?
Orangina,
China.
But
that's what we always called it.
But Orbit's was definitely... Like, it was like a big thing, and it was like the coolest drink to have, but it didn't last long.
Was their slogan, "We include the choking hazard"?
The 90s were big for that, like Goldschlager, all that stuff.
Right.
Kudos granola bars. These were awesome. They just got discontinued in 2017. They were basically a candy bar that
disguised as granola.
Correct. As they say, masquerading as a healthy snack. Like some of those granola bars you could buy now have a bunch of stuff on them.
I think I know the ones you're talking about.
But the Kudos ones were just like, no, it's healthier. And it's like, if you had to go back and look at it, it may have had like 10 less calories than a candy bar.
I don't know if it was just the fact that you always had to pack it when you're hiking with Boy Scouts and crap like that.
Right.
It was cheap back in the day and had, the protein or whatever you needed. As a kid, I never really liked granola.
I didn't like granola, but the thing that Ted's talking about, their slogan should have been, "We're healthier than eating a Tide Pod."
But
it wasn't healthy.
But as I get older, I do like granola. I think it's got a good texture to it. I think it's got a great taste.
I
don't know why I didn't like it as a kid. I have no idea.
Could have just been texture.
Right. Nothing else has that mouthfeel.
And back in the day, if you ate granola, it was just one of the bars, which I like, but like you bite into it, it's spilling all over. Like nowadays, it's nice to just go get granola, and there's different kinds of granola. Right. There's some dried fruits in there. These are 10 nostalgic snacks we miss the most. Crystal Pepsi.
Do people miss that?
Is that the
That's
clear?
The clear. Yeah.
Well, again, this is why I think the key word here is nostalgic.
Correct.
Debuted in 92, and it bombed. Still got some diehard fans. They brought it back for a limited time in 2016, 2018, and the 30th anniversary in 2022, which is funny because earlier today we were playing Van Hagar.
Yeah, Right Now came out.
Right Now. That's what I remember from that commercial. It was like a massive deal.
It was huge. I absolutely remember that. You know what's funny? I'm just realizing as you go through this list, right? Food is so much different than music, all right? So you can say, I liked Alice in Chains before anyone else did. Then they blew up, right? So you're the cool guy. But you get pissed if you're the only person who likes the food, and then they discontinue it.
Yeah.
Like you want to be part of the crowd when it comes to food.
Correct. And there is some stuff. Yeah, there is some stuff.
Imagine if you were the only person you knew that liked pizza. The pizza chain sort of like, guys, come on, man.
All right, another beverage on here, Fruitopia. It's a line of fruit-flavored drinks Coca-Cola put out in 94. They stopped selling them in 2003. Again, the 90s, when we get into the mid-2000s, people start realizing this, but, like, I did it. Of course, I was a fat kid, but, like, you'd be like, oh, it's like juice, so it's better.
Yeah.
And it's like, you could drink a soda. They were equivalent.
I think by the mid-2000s, we all figured it out because the doctors are telling you, hey, you know that diet you've had for like the last 15 years? Like, it ain't good.
Yeah, everybody's got type 2.
Right.
Here's one. This came out in 63. Tab.
Oh, my God.
It was one of the first diet sodas on the market. It got discontinued 3 years ago.
My mother drank that stuff. The only thing I liked about it as a kid was that when you opened the fridge, it had that weird kind of hourglass shape to it. The bottom. That's so cool. And then she'd give me a sip, and I'm like, this tastes like ass.
So did Diet Right.
But Diet Right was big.
God, that was terrible.
My grandparents used to drink Shasta.
Really?
Diet Shasta.
Wow. My parents would pick it up on occasion, but I feel like it was always out in the garage.
Yeah. Your grandparents were the Shasta Fago generation.
Which is weird, too, because they would drink Diet Shasta and eat a Milky Way every night. Frozen.
Okay, that was just their thing?
Not the Milky Way ice cream like a frozen Milky Way. Which have you ever tried to eat a frozen candy bar with caramel?
No.
It's trying to bite through a brick.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's almost like a teething tool at that point. By the way, Ted, they still make the Rice Krispie Treat cereal, but it's exclusive to Walmart.
Oh, all right. I'll run out to a Walmart.
Yeah, where's our closest Walmart from downtown?
You have to go to the one in Yakima.
No, I'm serious. Where is our closest Walmart? Is it like Linwood? Is it South Center? I don't even know that I've driven by one in Seattle. I can't remember if I have. You'd think there'd be one on Aurora. I can't recall one there.
I don't think there's one in Shoreline. There's got to be one around. There's Walmart.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know where one is. Yeah. If you said, like, go to Walmart and get this, I need it now, I go,
Next on the list, bagel bites. They never went away, except in Canada.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Canadians aren't allowed to have fun. They haven't been able to get them the past 2 years. And actually, bagel bites, those little pizzas were at the forefront of microwave foods.
Absolutely, man.
Then number 2 on the list, these are 10 most nostalgic snacks of all time. Oreo Cakesters. They're back. They bought them back in 2022. It's basically a whoopie pie. Have you ever had these?
I have not.
Oh, my God. They're awesome. Imagine an Oreo, but it's bigger and it's softer because it's like a cake.
Okay.
But it still tastes like Oreo.
I mean, it's the same flavors, but just the texture of it, I just think it's a superior product. I'm not a huge Oreo person. I don't buy cookies in the store. I might get like Milanos or Chips Ahoy. But those Cakesters, man, those are something else. And then number 1 on the list, Dunkaroos. You can still get them. They were discontinued in 2012. General Mills brought them back in 2020. This basically is a little, you remember like the crackers with the cheese packaging? Yeah. So it's little kangaroos, and then in the sauce is like basically icing.
Okay.
And you can dunk it in there.
Yeah.
So think about the size of like a Teddy Graham. You can dunk it in there.
And it's real kangaroo pate, Miles. You love it.
Our closest Walmart, Renton.
Yeah, everyone's checking
there
it
we go.
out.
Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. Shot of the Day's coming up. You are listening to The Men's Room.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no magic.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just 2 people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wow,
which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked.
I don't know.
High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
This is a promotional message for Alexia Sweet Potato Fries, and in the process of elucidating you on all the wondrous virtues Alexia Sweet Potato Fries have to offer, I intend to do so in a prodigious manner befitting of such a superlative side. That's because all Alexia creations are creatively crafted, from sweet potato fries that accomplish a delicate balance of sweet and savory without GMOs or superfluous additives, to the eloquent lexicon of our advertisements, like this one, because every Alexia experience is intended to feel creatively crafted and exceptional without exception. Alexia's Sweet Potato Fries. Do procure them in your grocer's freezer.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, coming up in just minutes, we'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Thank you, Miles. Sweden has officially joined the North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
NATO.
They're part of NATO.
Welcome to NATO, Horn.
Welcome to NATO.
We've been waiting for you.
That's going to make Putin real happy.
Yeah. NATO.
That was one thing that they were talking about is they. I think they wanted to do it, but they wanted to be very gentle with that particular.
Well, yeah,
that border. Exactly.
Welcome to NATO.
Things are a little hot over there. The Royal National Lifeboat Institution, the RNLI for most of you there, was forced to destroy a man's bathtub after he repeatedly tried to cross the ocean with it, with his dog.
Are you kidding me?
Did it float?
I don't know that it can, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's a bathtub. How many times, did they say how many times he tried it before they said, okay, we're going to break your bathtub?
They might have. I'm not positive because I'm not working on it, but it was enough to where they were like, we got to break this guy's bathtub.
Well, they saved his life.
Right.
That's what they're trying to do.
Exactly. Dude, we can't let you go out in this thing. Knock it off.
You know, the dogs probably want to call 911.
Right.
My owner is insane, and I don't want to die.
Help me.
All right, Sparky, jump in there. We're going across the ocean.
Most dogs don't like jumping in a bathtub anyway.
Right.
It's a fight.
Except unless they're labs.
Oh, really?
Never had one. Labs love the water. Maybe not baths, but they love water.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've seen them just jumping into mud puddles.
You bet.
Dude, come on.
Walmart shoppers are starting to speak out over the receipt checks at the door.
Wait, say that again.
I didn't know this for the longest time, but Walmart is now checking receipts at the door.
I'm surprised it took them this long.
Right?
I mean, just based on all the stories.
Home Depot does it. I mean, obviously Costco does it.
Right?
I think it just... But those places have much higher price points.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I guess at Walmart, I'm kind of surprised Walmart would do it.
Pain in the ass with the groceries.
And there's video of one gal, she's walking out there, she's like, you guys are not Costco. No, I bought my stuff at the self-checkout. I'm out of here. I'm going to show you a doggone thing. Leave me alone. Because then they hold it up.
Check, yeah.
Right. See what you got here.
Yeah, maybe you got a weird order.
Right.
You really need that many vibrators, man.
Yeah.
You planning a bachelorette party or
huge tube of lube?
That shirt is clearly not for you.
I'm thinking about the food.
What kind of food you buying, dude?
I'm just saying, sometimes you have those orders at the grocery store, like, you know me. I find myself doing like, I'm going to a tailgate tomorrow.
Right.
It's all, you know what I mean? It's like Friday at noon, and I have 2 18ers, chips, and a pack of hot dogs.
Right.
Like, it's like, what's this guy going home to have a heart attack?
Slow, delicious suicide.
We just went down the nostalgic well there with Ted's Meat and Potatoes. Appreciate you there, Ted. However, there's a lot of things that we might have learned in school that, for whatever reason, they don't teach us everything that we necessarily have to learn here in general society.
Right.
But there's a lot that we honestly don't have to know in general society that we just can't get out of our heads, right?
Yes.
That useless knowledge. In fact,
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10. 10 useless things people still have memorized from their childhood. I still remember that rite of passage on the last day of school for the year when we hijacked the lyrics to Battle Hymn of the Republic. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the burning of the school. We have tortured all the teachers. We have broken all the rules.
oh no.
We have barbecued the janitor and hung the principal. Our truth is marching on.
Yeah, we used to sing that on the bus.
Glory, hallelujah. Teacher hit me with a ruler. So I shot her in the butt with a rotten coconut. And she ain't the teacher no more.
You guys never sang
Still
that?
brings a tear to my eye.
We had a different version.
No.
Yeah, he had a few
I've never heard
different
that in my life.
Yeah, I mean, I think if kids sang it now, they'd all be sitting home, school would be locked down.
Oh, it was the last day.
Terribly violent song. But yeah, we used to chant it on the bus all the time. That and the diarrhea song. It's messed up.
I mean, as a kid, you have like last day of school. I feel like in high school, there was always exams to take. So the last day of class was kind of like,
sucked. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We always had the Batman laid an egg one, whatever that was.
Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg.
Pulled that one out, long before Christmas.
Batmobile lost its wheel, and Joker got away. Hey.
Exactly. So this is useless things that people still have memorized from their childhood. I don't know about complete memorization. Ooh. If you do, it's amazing. But the periodic table shows up there.
Yeah, I did not memorize that. Dude.
How many do you know?
Like the first two? Hydrogen, helium, oxygen.
Miles, you strike me as somebody who might know a little bit more of the periodic table there, buddy.
It just depends on the element.
Right.
So the weird ones, gold and silver, AgAU, just dumb stuff like lead.
Oh, you mean okay. I thought you meant the order. Okay.
I can it just depends on what the symbol is if I can guess it.
Exactly.
But if you ask me
I don't know, hell, iron. Iron is it
IE?
Nope, close.
FE.
FE.
Yeah.
PB's
what are
lead.
the other
PB is lead, yeah.
So
I remember noble gases.
Right, that's the far right of it over there.
Right.
The one down on the bottom, is that the radioactive ones?
It should be, because all the heavy ones tend to be radioactive,
Right.
like uranium and all that.
Exactly, but there's that offshoot. Like it's in between two of them, and it's that big offshoot that's down there at the bottom. And I think
What's going to happen tonight is I'm going to go home and look at the periodic table.
Yes, you are.
And then bug you guys with big dummy questions.
Yeah, good work. Phone numbers. How many of you have certain phone numbers memorized? I remember my childhood phone number and the office number, for that matter.
1-800-CARS for kids.
Of course. I remember the office number to, honestly, the auction group that I now work for, because both of my parents worked there.
1-800-DUI away.
Nice.
I'm trying to think of the phone number.
I mean, I know, right? Like my buddy Bernie, he's never changed his cell phone number. He was one of the first ones with one. So I remember his number. I remember his mom's number. I know my Aunt Barbara's number, the house I grew up in. That's probably...
Yeah. I remember both my parents' cell phone numbers, my older sister's cell phone number, because she was the first one of us to get one. I still, to this day, don't know my younger sister's cell phone number.
I know my wife's number, because she's more than likely the person I have to call if I'm in that much trouble. And honest to God, that's it. And this happened yesterday, all right? I had an idea in my head, so I went to text myself. And the idea would be fairly graphic. Anyway, I just hit send. That's all it says. I realized I sent it to the wrong number.
Oh.
Oops. So I'm just like, oh, God. So I was like, hey, man, wrong number. And I told Mike yesterday, I'm waiting for the cops, because if there's no context with this thing, it looks real, real bad.
The art of cursive writing. Again, these are just the useless things that people still have memorized from their childhood.
Not memorized.
Lowercase I can do. Again, challenge yourself with uppercase. You probably said it's so easy. Every time we give it a try, I mean, I get lost.
I think it's easier for me to just write right away than do the entire alphabet.
Right. Just start writing.
I'm not going to do an uppercase Q, more than likely.
Right.
You know.
Well, and at the end of the day, the uppercase letters was just basically writing out the letter in a fancy way, other than the odd ones like the L's, the F's, the I's. Do
they still teach it?
Some places, yeah.
Do your kids learn it?
No. Wait a minute. Yeah, they did for a while. So it was like a quick, fun little thing they did for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, but it's not something they hammered into their head.
The speed of light, they say. Anybody here know what the speed of light is?
1,870 something miles a second. 1,886,000.
Damn it! 282 miles per second.
I don't think I ever knew that.
The one I always do was Einstein's, and that's where speed of light came in.
What, E equals MC squared?
Correct. Energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. It's the only reason why I knew speed of light.
And see, even knowing that equation, like, it's cool to know. When have you ever used that equation other than responding to a trivia question?
Correct.
Ever.
Correct.
Ever.
The quadratic equation.
Oh, I'm out.
The quadratic equation, which is, I believe, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Was the quadratic equation. I don't remember really ever putting it into use, or if I did it just like, I was good at math. I could solve the problem that you put in front of me. That's why algebra I did really good. Make both sides equal each other. I got this. I'm in.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, not me so much.
Not so much.
Geometry was all right.
Geometry's great.
Yeah. Algebra was tough.
You remember the Pythagorean theorem.
A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Correct.
All right.
That's how you find the hypotenuse of a triangle, Ted.
Which, how many times have you had to do that?
Every day.
I want to recant my I like geometry statement. I was great at geometry. And it's like, no, I wasn't. I got like a C.
We did a lot of house projects when I was growing up, and we actually did use it from time to time.
Okay, there you go.
The Pledge of Allegiance, of course, shows up.
Yeah. I mean, anything you say enough.
When's the last time that we've said the Pledge of Allegiance? We've sang the national anthem several times, but when's the last time that you have
I mean, you're not in school.
Probably Boy Scouts.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's only times you're actually going to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
You're going to say a lot of things.
Which was part of a sales pitch to sell flags.
The Pledge of Allegiance was?
Well, yeah, they were like, hey, man, if you start putting the flags up in the school, we have this thing that you get the kids to say along.
Right.
And that is basically where it came from.
When I was a kid, it was always a point of pride, and I had a lot of pride in country, pride in the flag, and all of that. But now anymore, because it's been so long since I've done the Pledge of Allegiance, every time a group does it, it sounds very culty.
It does. It does.
It does. And like everybody grew up the same way. You said it in school. Right. You don't need to say it at the start of a meeting.
No.
You know what I mean?
We should start doing that.
Yeah.
Hey, before we start this meeting, if everyone, please rise, remove your hats,
Exactly.
hand on your chest, and be like, "This is weird."
It's like the national anthem. Right? I like the national anthem. I sing it every time. Stand up, hand over heart. But
Sure.
I don't remember that Little League.
Oh, hey.
Now it's like every time. It's like, just, hey, guys, it's Little League. Let's get it going.
What if you, right before you're married, to hook up? You know what I mean? Do the deed.
Yeah.
You're going into the bed. You're like, hold on for a minute, baby.
Hang on.
Take your hat off.
Stand up, please.
Yeah, stand up.
Please remove your condoms.
Face the flag.
Okay.
You've got one hanging in your house.
Now get on the bed. We're done.
By the way, Mike, somebody said that's not the quadratic formula.
My bad.
Mike, F grade.
My bad.
That's why we're in radio.
That's right.
Dummy.
Yep.
Stupid.
Remembering the planets.
Sure.
Who here for sure can name the planets? Don't do it just yet because I'm going to challenge those that can't.
You know I can. This is my wheelhouse.
We all can, dude.
That's right. We absolutely all can. Ain't nobody here having issues.
I can't. Right.
Come on, Mike. You know him, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know him.
What is it? Jesus love? No. There's a
That's the Seattle
Mercury.
Mercury.
My
Venus.
very
Earth. Mars.
Jupiter.
There you go.
Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and used to be Pluto.
Sorry, I still include Pluto. You bitches at NASA can take it off the board all you want. That is a doggone planet to me. I'm like that guy with WWE. It's still real to me, damn it.
I think that's one group of people, Mike. You could walk in and call them bitches. You don't have to be scared.
Yeah.
Hey, you bitches.
You should beat him up now.
You all gonna put Pluto back on the doggone
You know
map?
what? Again, taking that statement back. I had dinner with a man not that long ago that I did not know, and he was from Houston, Texas.
All right.
And he is a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I was asking what he did, and he's like, I don't know. He was kind of too cool for school. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I was like, what do you do? Well, I work at NASA. I'm like, all right.
Why
I
didn't
literally
you want to
said,
talk about it?
I know a guy named Bill that works at NASA. One of my coworkers, his brother, works at NASA.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't call that dude a bitch.
50 nifty United States.
50 nifty United States.
Right.
I don't remember any other words than that, but I do remember that dumbass song.
And then it goes through all the states. Do you guys know how to go through the states?
Come on,
I don't know the song.
Is it alphabetical?
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky.
What about Delaware?
You skipped over Delaware. You're a chump, man.
I did.
Damn. Are they bitches
Wait a
too?
minute.
Are they bitches too much?
That's his third state. The very first state.
Very first
state.
Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho. Yep. I'm not good at it.
Strange.
What's that?
Delaware's just a weird little state, man.
Ted's got a weird hatred of Delaware.
Have you been?
No, I'm not.
Again, beautiful beaches, but
Right.
it's weird.
What do we know about mitochondria?
That it's at the center of all
It
cells.
is the powerhouse of the cell. Sir.
powerhouse. Yes, my bad.
Powerhouse of the cell. This has been drilled in everybody's brains. I actually saw a meme that was basically like, okay, have you filed your taxes? The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Right, yeah.
This was drilled into our brains as kids. Have yet to use it beyond 11th grade science.
Yeah. We're going to teach you this because a couple of grades from now, they're going to bring it up again.
Exactly. Doggone it. And then the last thing here that I actually just wanted to use as a challenge for you guys. Who here can spell, I'm actually going to start with you, Steve, Czechoslovakia.
Oh, Jesus. Czechoslovakia. Hang on. CZ.
Miles is writing it down.
No, I'm not. All right. CZEKOSLOVIK.
No, sir.
Damn.
CZECHOSLOVAKIA.
Did anyone outside of Czechoslovakia learn how to spell Czechoslovakia?
I guess.
No.
You know what? It's one of those hard ones.
If you're a hockey fan, you might know. Just because they do well in the Olympics and there's some famous hockey players.
Does it
there.
even exist anymore? I think it's what the Czech Republic and something.
Yeah.
Do you know where clowns come from? The original country, Czechoslovakia.
When I was a kid, it was always fun to spell the state of Mississippi.
MISSISSI, humpback, I. I learned to spell it on Good Times, and that is how they spelled it. Actually, it's M-I, crooked letter,
I was saying crooked letter.
I, humpback, I.
Oh, no. A man in Boston is suing the federal government for $10 million.
Why the hell would he do that?
I'm going to tell you this story at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This at 206-803-ROCK. Have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Stephen Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast the Cleethorpes Wildlife Rescue of Cleethorpes, England. Now, they received multiple reports of a mud-covered dog that was trapped in a ditch at the Cleethorpes beach. I have never said Cleethorpes that many times in my life. Anyway, they immediately reached out to the volunteers at, and I'm not making this name up, Charlie's Angels Lost and Found Pets. Nice. Anyway, they reached out to them to create a plan, get a location of the dog, and apparently Charlie's Angels has all the volunteers. Anyway, they did manage to coordinate, and they arrived on the scene in less than 20 minutes, where they got a lot of props from people, and they managed to free the dog from the mud, but in sad news, the dog was unresponsive. The reason we're toasting them is because the dog was also a ceramic statue. Oh, my God. Yeah, but apparently all these people at this beach were like, oh, my God, the dog's stuck in the mud. I mean, they said like dozens of calls come in. And this is their moment, man. They're animal rescue people. Yeah, it was a ceramic statue. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies.
Down the hola bichola.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello. Oh, damn it. Hello, Brandon. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, fellas.
Hola. All right, Brandon, you understand how this here game is played?
I do.
Fantastic. You have your choice of one of three stories. We have the wonderful world of drugs. We have Bite Me. In other words, what did somebody find in their food? And finally, interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone.
Let's go interior decorating.
All right, here is your story. Doctors in India, they successfully removed some unexpected items from a man's intestines through surgery. The man, according to the media, he had ingested the items under the mistaken belief that zinc aids in bodybuilding. All right. So at Sir Ganga Ram Hospital in Delhi, a 26-year-old patient who's suffering from a psychiatric illness, he came to the emergency ward with complaints of persistent vomiting and abdominal pain lasting over 20 days. The patient also reported that he could not eat anything. Well, an x-ray of his abdomen revealed, quote, a hidden treasure of the items lodged in his intestines. A subsequent CAT scan confirmed that there is a significant accumulation, which were causing intestinal blockage. Now, during the surgery, doctors discovered that the items had formed two separate loops in the small intestines. Then they started pulling at each other, and that led to erosion, intestinal erosion. Now, following a successful procedure, an x-ray confirmed the complete removal of all foreign objects, and the patient was finally discharged. But later, the patient revealed that he had swallowed items, believing, again, that zinc would aid in bodybuilding. Now, the question is, what zinc-heavy objects did he swallow? Coins, batteries, jewelry, or bits of chain link? So coins, batteries, jewelry, or bits of chain link. All a rich source of zinc.
Huh. That's a good one. Ted, what are you thinking?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, batteries is where I first went.
And by the way, just a quick side note, one of the other things he swallowed, in addition to one of these, were magnets. Because he wanted to make sure, so this other guy thought it out, he wanted to make sure that the other items that he swallowed didn't leave the body. So he also swallowed magnets, so they would be attracted to this.
In that case, I'm going to go chain link.
Chain link for Ted. All right, Brandon, what are you thinking?
Now, somewhere in the story there, you said the items looped together. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, because of the magnets. Believe it or not.
Oh, gotcha. You know, batteries was my first go-to as well. I don't think he's swallowing jewelry or money. Too much value. I'm going to have to go with batteries.
Batteries for...
I mean, the money could work, too, just because he doesn't want to lose the money, the coins.
Okay. I'm going to go money. I'm going to go
money.
coins. What was in this guy's stomach? Coins, batteries, jewelry, or chain link? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no-magic.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood. Wow, which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked. High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
This is a promotional message for Alexia Sweet Potato Fries, and in the process of elucidating you on all the wondrous virtues Alexia Sweet Potato Fries have to offer, I intend to do so in a prodigious manner befitting of such a superlative side. That's because all Alexia creations are creatively crafted, from sweet potato fries that accomplish a delicate balance of sweet and savoury, without GMOs or superfluous additives, to the eloquent lexicon of our advertisements, like this one, because every Alexia experience is intended to feel creatively crafted and exceptional without exception. Alexia Sweet Potato Fries. Do procure them in your grocer's freezer.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops.
When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no-magic.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood.
Wow,
which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked. High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve a Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed, and today we toast the Cleethorpes Wildlife Rescue of Cleethorpes, England. Now, they received multiple reports of a mud-covered dog that was trapped in a ditch at the Cleethorpes Beach. I have never said Cleethorpes that many times in my life. Anyway, they immediately reached out to the volunteers at, and I'm not making this name up, Charlie's Angels Lost and Found Pets. Nice. Anyway, they reached out to them to create a plan, get a location of the dog, and apparently Charlie's Angels has all the volunteers. Anyway, they did manage to coordinate, and they arrived on the scene in less than 20 minutes, where they got a lot of props from people, and they managed to free the dog from the mud, but in sad news, the dog was unresponsive. The reason we're toasting them is because the dog was also a ceramic statue.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but apparently all these people at this beach were like, oh, my God, the dog is stuck in the mud. I mean, they said like dozens of calls come in. And this is their moment, man. They're animal rescue people. Yeah, it was a ceramic statue. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies.
Down the hola, bichola!
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello. Oh, damn it. Hello, Brandon. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, fellas.
Hola. All right, Brandon, you understand how this here game is played?
I do.
Fantastic. You have your choice of one of three stories. We have the wonderful world of drugs. We have Bite Me. In other words, what did somebody find in their food? And finally, interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone.
Let's go interior decorating.
All right, here is your story. Doctors in India, they successfully removed some unexpected items from a man's intestines through surgery. The man, according to the media, he had ingested the items under the mistaken belief that zinc aids in bodybuilding. All right. So at Sir Ganga Ram Hospital in Delhi, a 26-year-old patient who's suffering from a psychiatric illness, he came to the emergency ward with complaints of persistent vomiting and abdominal pain lasting over 20 days. The patient also reported that he could not eat anything. Well, an x-ray of his abdomen revealed, quote, a hidden treasure of the items lodged in his intestines. A subsequent CAT scan confirmed that there is a significant accumulation, which were causing intestinal blockage. Now, during the surgery, doctors discovered that the items had formed two separate loops in the small intestines. Then they started pulling at each other, and that led to erosion, intestinal erosion. Now, following a successful procedure, an x-ray confirmed the complete removal of all foreign objects, and the patient was finally discharged. But later, the patient revealed that he had swallowed items, believing, again, that zinc would aid in bodybuilding. Now, the question is, what zinc-heavy objects did he swallow? Coins, batteries, jewelry, or bits of chain link? So coins, batteries, jewelry, or bits of chain link, all a rich source of zinc.
Huh. That's a good one. Ted, what are you thinking?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, batteries is where I first went.
And by the way, just a quick side note, one of the other things he swallowed, in addition to one of these, were magnets. Because he wanted to make sure, so this other guy thought it out, he wanted to make sure that the other items that he swallowed didn't leave the body. So he also swallowed magnets, so they would be attracted to this.
In that case, I'm going to go chain link.
Chain link for Ted. All right, Brandon, what are you thinking?
Now, somewhere in the story there, you said the items looped together. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, because of the magnets. Believe it or not.
Oh, gotcha. You know, batteries was my first go-to as well. I don't think he's swallowing jewelry or money. Too much value. I'm going to have to go with batteries.
Batteries for
I mean, the money
Brandon.
could work, too, just because he doesn't want to lose the money, the coins.
Okay, I'm going to go money. I'm going to go
Money.
coins. What was in this guy's stomach? Coins, batteries, jewelry, or chain link? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops. When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no magic.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood. Wow, which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked.
I don't know.
High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
This is a promotional message for Alexia Sweet Potato Fries, and in the process of elucidating you on all the wondrous virtues Alexia Sweet Potato Fries have to offer, I intend to do so in a prodigious manner befitting of such a superlative side. That's because all Alexia creations are creatively crafted, from sweet potato fries that accomplish a delicate balance of sweet and savoury, without GMOs or superfluous additives, to the eloquent lexicon of our advertisements, like this one, because every Alexia experience is intended to feel creatively crafted and exceptional without exception. Alexia Sweet Potato Fries. Do procure them in your grocer's freezer.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
We head over to India, the category interior decorating on profile. This doctor's removed a bunch of items from a man's stomach. He was trying to get his zinc intake in an unusual way.
Yeah.
So he was swallowing items that basically blocked up his stomach and his intestines. Question is, what was he swallowing in an attempt to get some zinc, so to speak? Was it coins, batteries, jewelry, or a chain link?
And Brandon, that is a very question that we posed to you. Let us start with D. Ted Smith. And went with bits of chain link. And while they do have zinc in them, no. Brandon, you went with batteries. That was your initial gut instinct, and you stuck with it. However, it was not batteries. Miles, you went with coins.
Coins.
Your money. Moolah. Yeah.
The old back change purse.
What kind of coins?
I don't know, but he swallowed them, then swallowed the magnets. And as he hoped, the magnets did, in fact, attract the coins. But that's also what led to his problems.
Now, for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Yeah. I can't count, Mike.
All right. So you know.
Yep. All right, your choices today, you got Seth Meyers.
Okay.
The Jimmys.
Fallon and Kimmel.
Stephen Colbert. Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there. The title. All these guys have teams of talents and writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Today is Super Tuesday, which means a number of states will have election primaries to figure out who the candidate will be for each party. And after tonight, you will have to choose between angry granddad or granddad that loses his train of thought.
Kimmel. Colbert.
Smith.
Yeah, good work, Ted.
Yeah. Feeling spicy. A medical journal recently published a story about a 62-year-old German man who has reportedly received more than 200 doses of the COVID vaccine. And if you're wondering what effect that has on a person, he used to be a 29-year-old French woman.
Colbert. Fallon.
Myers.
A medical journal recently published an article about a 62-year-old German man who has reportedly received more than 200 doses of the coronavirus vaccine. And if you're wondering what effect that has on a person, he used to be a 29-year-old French woman.
Thousands of users reported that Meta's platforms were down, including Threads. That's weird. It was working fine 6 months ago when I signed up for it and never looked at it again.
Fallon. Beat that Smith.
Seth.
Thousands of users reported that Meta's platforms were down, including Threads. Oh, that's weird. It was working fine 6 months ago when I signed up for it and never looked at it again.
After reporting its first sales decline in 7 years, Target is introducing a new paid membership club called Target Circle 360. Not to be outdone, TJ Maxx has announced that they're launching a new fight club.
I'll say Fallon again. Myers.
That is Fallon.
Some business news after reporting their first sales decline in 7 years. Target is launching a new paid membership club called Target Circle 360. Ooh. Not to be outdone, TJ Maxx announced they're launching a new fight club.
TJ Maxx is amazing. I don't go in there all the time, but there's always, it's kind of like a better thrift stop shop. Right. Except nobody's owned it.
I don't. It's
a hodgepodge.
Like thrift, but you're the first person to wear these clothes.
Yeah, I'm just saying, right? And I know, like, I've bought stuff there before. It has like a little dot on it or something, or
is it one of those like there's something wrong?
Right, but I mean, you find some stuff in there. All right, Mike, have you watched Yellowstone?
No, short answer is no. I've got like halfway through the first episode and I never sat down to.
All right, so nobody. I'm the only one that's watched it.
That is correct. Yeah.
All right, so Yellowstone. Which, by the way, kind of like it's getting a little ridiculous, but they had the first part of season 5 last year, and then the second half of it doesn't come out till November. Jesus. So people that like Yellowstone are kind of like, man, I like the family lineage stories and this and that. So this is a good list of shows that are kind of like Yellowstone that you can stream right now that are already out there. We'll start with Ozark.
I heard good things about it, but I haven't watched it. Did you watch it, Miles?
I watched the first season.
All right.
It got a little intense.
Okay.
I got about 2 or 3 seasons deep. It was a good show.
I watched that whole thing. And I will say, it is a very good show. It may have fallen off a little bit. That last season is strong.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Ozark's pretty damn good. It's hard to describe because it is a gangster show, but it's not. The guy's not gangster.
Right.
It's pretty good. I think you would enjoy it.
Okay. All right.
Longmire. That was on A&E. Now you can watch it on Netflix. Kind of like Yellowstone for Mike. This is one I watched like either half of the first episode and then just for whatever reason just never put it back on. But people recommend it to me all the time.
Well, and our boy VD is a big reader of the books that those are from. He actually loaned me the first of the series, and so it was a very good book, and I did enjoy it. He said that it doesn't quite fit the stories in order. It kind of takes all different elements and kind of creates its own story, but he loved it.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what movies or shows do, right?
Right.
Like one year on the beach, somebody gave it to me. I read The Godfather, and you realize when you read the book that like basically all 3 Godfathers are in the book.
Yeah.
So I will say this. You're not a fast reader. That's a very good book to read. If you like the movies at all, too, and I don't always say this kind of stuff, that book is awesome. And I mean, you could, like, even for me, I flew through that book pretty quickly.
Okay.
Mayors of Kingston on Paramount Plus. They say Kingstown. That's just, I always say it like Jamaican. Kingston.
Kingston.
Yeah, that's on Paramount Plus if you want to watch that one. I actually haven't, I don't know a ton about that one. I have not viewed it yet.
I have a vague recollection of their commercials, their advertising for it, but I don't know what it's about.
Yeah. Well, and we were talking earlier this week, like I think it's good. There's all these streaming services, so you could have other shows pop up and stuff. But man, it's tough when people are like, if you watch this one, if you watch that one, like there's just so many shows to watch.
My biggest problem is a lot of times, like I'll check out an episode of a show. I go, man, this is a really good show. Go to bed, and the next day, I cannot remember what streaming service it was on. You know, I'm like, because we basically have them all. So, like, was it Nah, it wasn't Netflix. Was it Apple? Nah, it wasn't Apple.
And I kind of go back and forth. Usually on Netflix, I'll have like a sports series I'm watching, whether it's like Formula One, Drive to Survive, or I know the golf one, Full Swing, just came back. Those new episodes are on. So I got one of those going. Then I'll have a comedy series I like. 'Cause sometimes, like, you get home, it's like, I don't want to watch a drama tonight. I just want to watch something funny.
Yeah, something easy.
Yeah. And then usually I'll have either a drug documentary or a drama series going as well. I went down a bad wormhole last night on secret societies. I think I was on American History Channel.
Yeah. I want to say they're the ones that, I'm sorry, if you start watching one of those, you're like, yeah, I'll watch another one.
You do. And I don't know. Some of this stuff just doesn't, like we were saying, just doesn't shock me.
No.
Like, what is the movie? Is it Less Than Zero where they're doing heroin?
Yes.
Yeah, or crack, maybe?
Oh, no, it's heroin.
Is it heroin?
And there's a famous scene with Jennifer, either way, where she is out of money, they need money for drugs or whatever. She has to perform a certain sex act with another woman and stuff. But it's just these rich old dudes.
And so does Robert Downey Jr.
Right. So when you see what to me, I don't know why. I've always just assumed people in power and then have a ton of money are into some weird stuff.
I think I would be.
Yeah, not good weird.
I can't guarantee that.
Well, all right. Justified. Not just a good album, also a good show. That was on FX. Now it's on Hulu. Again, not one I've watched a ton, but highly recommended by my mother.
Okay. Somebody here's Ted says, Mayor of Kingston, Mom, is an awesome show, Ted. You need to watch it.
Okay. Is it Kingston, Jamaica?
I'm sure it's Kingstown, but I'm with you now. Kingston.
Well, right. Even if I'm in Mukilteo and take the ferry over to Kingston.
Are you in Kingston?
I'm always like, we're going to Kingston, man. By the way, if you're ever on that ferry and you walk on, even though it's a quick one, but if you walk on, there's enough time to get a beverage. Deadwood on HBO. Again, these are shows kind of like Yellowstone you could stream right now if you're trying to get into a series. Deadwood was super good. They made a movie out of it. People love it. That's still on HBO.
I've started watching the first couple episodes, and it still holds up. That's a good show. I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, it's some, you know what I mean? Like, I'll tell anybody right now, watch The Wire, watch Breaking Bad. I feel like Deadwood's one of those ones, too, that people really like. It holds up. Bloodline on Netflix.
It's the first title you've brought up that it doesn't recollect anywhere.
It's about a bloodline.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That's a very popular show, though. I know a lot of people like that. Also on HBO, you had Succession.
Mm-hmm.
That one got a ton of press. Everybody got a lot more famous off that one.
Billion Emmys, right?
Yeah, what a bunch of Emmys, right? And that's another super rich family with a company and who's going to get it and this and that. But there's some intrigue in there as well.
Okay.
The Sopranos makes the list. So, and you know what? I know
family. It's back to family.
Yeah, and I know somebody that just started watching that. They're like, "Should I watch it?" I was like, "Yeah." Like, you know, it was such a massive show when it was on because you had to wait to see it on Sunday night.
That's one of the rare things now is like you can't you can binge it now, but they're like, no, you're going to wait a week, and you're going to talk about it every.
I look forward to another Mandalorian instead of just being able to go to the next one.
I do too.
So, although it gives me something to look forward to on a Monday or when it comes out on Sunday night.
We'll stop because I think they're done.
Oh,
they might make a movie,
Thanks.
but I believe the TV shows are done.
And Miles, you're not wrong because sometimes I even do it for myself with shows, right? Like if I'm flying through a series, let's say it's like a sports or comedy one, they're only like half hour. I'll be like, all right, I'm going to save some of these,
right, for a night where there's nothing on.
Yeah, because I'm gonna want to watch them or something, or a night that there's no sports on. Again, this list is about shows like Yellowstone. Then there's 1923 on Paramount Plus. That actually is about the Duttons. Harrison Ford's in that one. And then 1883, which again is a spinoff of Yellowstone, also on Paramount Plus. This is like the origin story. I have seen that one. I have seen 1923. I am thoroughly caught up on Yellowstone. Yellowstone's a funny one, too. Because the whole point of the show is people not moving there. A lot of people are. And then also I've noticed, I was watching an interview with somebody who's like kind of like a real cowboy. And he's like, I can't watch it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, you know how that is. I think most things industry-wise, people don't thoroughly enjoy. That's why there was one brief season on ESPN that a show called Playmakers.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And it was about the NFL. And it was it was about the NFL, but it also showed like some of the craziness, the drug use, this and that. I have seen multiple players say that was the most realistic one.
Oh, really?
About their league. And also remember, after around episode 4 or 5, the NFL went to ESPN and was basically like, you're going to stop making this show or you're not going to have NFL football.
Damn.
Oh, they shut it down with the quickness. But yeah, one guy was like smoking crack before games, which, again, I always say sounds insane until you see those interviews with Percy Harvin talking about smoking blunts before the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And scores a touchdown, so good for him. Let's see, Jim Parsons and Maya Bialik. They're going to reunite as Sheldon Cooper and Amy on next week's Young Sheldon series finale. Also, shout out to Young Sheldon. That show did awesome.
It was actually very fun. I had no interest in watching the show. I did not like Big Bang Theory, whatever. So my son gets into Young Sheldon, and he's played with me to watch a couple episodes. I'm like, fine, dude. It was hilarious. I laughed my ass off.
Cool.
I'm like, okay, it's a good show.
Yeah. Well, it's some of those shows, I know now it's always easy in retrospect, right? Like Monday Morning Quarterbacks. It's easy to go back and look at some of these shows and people are like, Big Bang Theory is just playing on stereotypes. Like,
yeah.
And it's a comedy.
They're not.
That's what comedies generally do.
Right. That's exactly what they do. They want to make it easy for you to digest. This character represents this character represents, of course, they're not trying to be deep. They want to crack some jokes.
Yeah, and look, stereotypes, we've talked about it 1,000 times. Like, generally stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason, right? Like, I like beer. I like soft pretzels and sausages, right? Like corned beef and cabbage.
Right.
There's not a lot of Irish or German stuff I don't enjoy, right? But then, right, you get it, then people are like, wow, you can't do this. And it's like, yeah, like, I'm not going to stereotype everybody I see, but it's like, they're also there for a reason. And then, it's like I talked about a couple years ago going to see the Globetrotters. And look, I'm a straight white male. So some of the stuff, you got to see it in person. And we're sitting there, and they brought out that female Globetrotter. And I mean, every little girl in that arena just went nuts. And you're like, oh, yeah, representation, that's what, they've never seen that before.
It matters.
Right. So, look, when I was a kid, we lived in PG County, right? But we loved Larry Bird. Now, the only reason I can tell you we liked Larry Bird is he was, the best white guy in the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's don't get me wrong. I had Bulls jackets. Obviously, we loved Michael Jordan, too. But,
most brothers like Tiger Woods.
Yeah, right?
Maybe not so much now, but, 97, 98. All right, man.
He's always been my favorite.
He's my Larry Bird of golf.
Right.
It's just that easy, man.
Right? It's sometimes it's okay. Now, I'm not saying go out there and just stereotype and be racist about stuff, but some of that stuff is okay. You're going to cheer for him. I mean, hell, if I watch dog agility stuff, I'm going to cheer for one of the dogs of a dog breed I know or maybe have hung out with before.
Because the shepherd's going to kill it.
They're good, but if it's small dogs, I'm telling you, take the Papillon, man. Papillon. Focused. You got to get through that tunnel. You got to accelerate and start winning. That's what they do. I mentioned it earlier, but if you do like golf, even if you don't like golf, if you just like drama, I'm telling you, Full Swing on Netflix. It's about the PGA Tour and the LIV Tour. It started last year when all that LIV stuff was going on.
Yeah.
So I kind of watched some more golf this year just to see how the LIV guys did. They did well. Then the PGA ends up merging with LIV Golf. Right. So it hangs out a lot of the PGA guys. They're going to get they're already pissy. I like McIlroy. I also like Brooks Koepka. They're opposite ends of the spectrum. But Rory's he is getting mad. And I can't wait to get into the episode where he finds out they merged.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. There you go. You're listening to The Men's Room.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance, too, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Remember when you first saw the potential? And then through some elbow grease, fresh installs, and a whole lot of love, you transformed 100,000 miles and a body full of rust into a drive that's all your own. Look to your left. Look to your right. It's official. No one's got a ride like this. There's nothing else that sounds like, feels like, or looks like the set of wheels in your garage. With over 122 million parts, you can make sure your number one ride or die stays running smoothly. So there's no limit to how far you can take it. Brake kits, turbochargers, engines, exhaust kits, roof racks, LED headlights, bumpers, whatever your baby needs, eBay Motors has it. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, it's guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Plus at these prices, well, you're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
You're dedicated to building a bright financial future. Grow your investments with Millie Bank's high-yield savings account. Earn a highly competitive annual percentage yield with no fees or minimums. Getting started is simple too. Download the app, link your account, and start growing your money. Welcome to a new way to save more for the things that matter most. Welcome to Millie Bank. Visit Millie.bank or download the Millie app today.
The men's room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Wisconsin family finds a missing pig wandering in their yard, whose name is Kevin Bacon. Meanwhile, if you're in Canada, look for a Lamborghini that on a test drive was taken. When flying into Nashville, don't bring 50 pounds of weed in your carry-on bag. A Kentucky high school is evacuated after a fart makes 7 students gag. And a snowmobiler in Massachusetts is suing after running his snowmobile into a Black Hawk helicopter. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's Mike Hawk.
All right, top story. We go to Massachusetts, where one man is taking on the federal government. Good luck, sir. He was out riding his snowmobile one night when something caught him by surprise. Totally shocked. A 64-foot Black Hawk helicopter. The man attempted to stop short of the vessel, but ultimately crashed into the chopper, requiring extensive surgery and leaving him without the use of one of his arms.
There's a big-ass helicopter sitting in the snow, and you don't see it.
It was camouflaged. You couldn't see it.
Yes, in the snow, right.
The lawsuit claims that the military was negligent for parking the helicopter in the seldom-used airfield, which is apparently also used by snowmobilers from time to time, which is in there.
Where's the airfield?
It's in Massachusetts out there somewhere.
So the helicopter's in the airfield.
Correct.
It didn't land in a snowmobile field.
Right.
Okay.
But snowmobilers do use it.
Oh, therefore, yes.
That's right.
So, yes, it's their fault.
It's their fault.
Yes.
Because of this, he's filed a lawsuit against the federal government demanding $9.5 million in damages.
How many different ways can we say now?
Right. And it's like, I get it. He required a lot of different surgeries. He required surgery, recovery. He was out of work for a good long time. He still can't use his left arm. I get it. You ran into a doggone helicopter, dude.
And
on an airfield.
Yeah, come on. That's all.
I hit a wall and I can't do it anymore. What happened?
I guess that
he was on a trail.
That's the
snowmobile was on a trail. And the Black Hawk helicopter landed in a snowstorm.
But it was still in the airfield.
It landed. Okay.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it landed.
Well, but not. He was on an actual trail in the woods.
Right.
This thing landed on the trail to get away from the heavy snowfall. So it landed in a clearing area. The guy was in a snowmobile through a snowmobile trail and hit him in the back because he couldn't see him.
Right, like he's already won the lawsuit against the guy that owns the airfield because that dude was like, yeah, use the trail. And then he was like, go ahead and land it.
Yeah.
Ha. Plus, he's a Smith, so I'm on his side. You know what I'd sue him for?
What's that, Ted?
The Black Hawk.
That's right. Give me
I don't know what I'd do.
That's
with
a Massachusetts Smith. There's a chance.
Yeah, that's not a bad call. That would be pretty cool, though. Like, I'll just come over my Black Hawk.
Guys, just take the chopper. Just gotta settle a flight plan here. How far can those things fly?
Do you know what? I have no idea.
Right?
I mean, I would assume a pretty good distance.
Gotta believe it,
But Blackhawks are also massive. Like, if you've never seen one up close, they are so big. So thinking about me, like I hire a guy to fly me around, but like I don't know where the hell I'd land it.
Right. In other news, we go to Kentucky where a school was evacuated. Around 11 in the morning, the school reported a strong gaseous odor wafting about the halls and sounded the alarm. Authorities arrived on the scene following the evacuation to investigate the situation and evaluate students and faculty that needed additional attention following complaints of discomfort. In the end, they searched the building to find someone had set off a stink bomb inside of the school.
Uh-oh.
They were able to trace the culprit as a 17-year-old that had poured a foul liquid into a school trash can, causing a nauseous smell.
Yeah.
Man, if they evacuated my school at the time one of those kids did it, we would have not gone to school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the stink bomb was just the thing.
It was.
You count on it, yeah.
I remember we were on a trip. I think it was down to California at one point. It was a school trip. And we had finished doing what we were doing at whatever school that we were doing, and we were at a pizza joint there locally. And a group that was with my class, but not with my friend group, they set off a stink bomb inside of the doggone pizza joint.
No. You guys believe?
Yeah. And they ended up coming up on the bus and telling the teacher and threatening stuff.
Yeah.
They were there like, no. We were around them. We're not friends with them. We ended up leaving a big old tip. My buddy was like, that's like a 200% tip. It's like, we just set off a stink bomb inside of this place.
Right.
Leave them the big tip. Jackasses. Up to Canada, where the nice stereotype of the country has come back to haunt them. The owner of a Lamborghini had recently put an ad up online with the intent to sell the car, and he had managed to find a prospective buyer. They met in a neutral location to put eyes on the car and negotiate a price, but the buyer requested a test drive before finalizing the deal, which most anybody who's about to buy a car would, to which the seller agreed. He was then allowed in the car with the keys all by himself.
There's your mistake.
All right. Mm-hmm. The rest goes about as well as you'd expect. The supposed buyer sped off with the car, and their friend who had driven him to the neutral location took off with his.
I mean, damn.
Yeah. They're asking anyone with information to come forward. It's a Lamborghini. I am holding that thing as close as possible until there is money in my hand.
Yeah, and the cops are going to find it, I would think.
Right. That was my next thought.
You didn't steal a Corolla.
Correct. You know, it's not impossible to sell somebody else a Lamborghini. I will give you that. But that's a pretty loud car.
Yeah.
Especially just in Canada. Over to Nashville, where one woman got a little too comfortable with air travel. Local authorities were conducting a sweep of incoming luggage at the local airport, and their dog alerted to one bag that had just come from California. After figuring out who the owner was, obtaining a warrant, and searching her bags, they found 25 pounds of marijuana stored in her luggage inside sealed bags. And now she's facing some serious charges.
My thing is, once someone yells, whose bag is this, I am not claiming that.
Run.
I don't know. I saw him on the plane.
Right. You also know what you did.
Yeah, exactly.
You know you have 25 pounds of weed in your bag. You were rolling the dice. You came up snake eyes. Walk out of the airport. They'll probably still track you down.
They might, but I'm not volunteering. That's my bag, sir.
Right.
They know you.
I won't make it easy on you.
Like, that's Mike's.
Should have taken a carry-on.
You would.
If I were going to smuggle drugs in a carry-on, you have like those little tags you can put on there.
Yeah.
I would put someone else's face. Right? That way it becomes, and I see the dogs barking. It'd be like a white woman.
Oh, my God.
So when I'm standing there, like, I remember her on the flight,
dude. Grab your Costco card?
Yeah. Just put that in there. That's her, dude.
You're right, though. They do that. Like, they might already know you have drugs in your bag, and then they'll just kind of
wait for you to grab it.
Yeah.
You bet.
Or if it's just kind of sitting there, like, a cop, somebody from TS, somebody's just going to sit there and keep an eye on that bag till somebody finally comes in to get it.
Yep. And just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth,
thankfully, there's good news.
A family over in Wisconsin has a brand new member that managed to wander onto their property. A local woman checked the driveway camera to find a critter perusing the property, a 450-pound pig.
Jesus.
They checked with their neighbors to find where the animal came from and eventually found his barn about a mile away.
Oh.
This animal just waddled a mile.
He's 450 pounds. I need my steps.
They spent a good while luring the pig back to the barn using scraps of food to entice him, so we're just going to gain all that weight right on back.
Have some bacon.
He was returned to the owner, but the family continues to go visit the pig. They've lovingly named Kevin Bacon. The owner says they'd be willing to allow the family to adopt him. And I was saying, I am a huge proponent of naming animals what they turn into later on. Kevin Bacon.
I'm naming you your future.
There was one a while back. I think he was paralyzed, and so he ended up on like one of those little wheelies that they put on dogs with lame back legs. They called him Chris P. Bacon.
Damn.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Men's Room Sports. Mariners spring training continues, and we have our first streak of the season. They hosted the Angels today in a shutout. 0-5 victory, baby. Sports tonight, you got hockey on ESPN with the Blues and the Devils, NBA on TNT, and the Miami-Dallas game is finishing up, and that'll move on over into the Nuggets hosting the Celtics. And then you got some college hoops on the alternate ESPN channels, CBS Sports and FS1. As far as your weather, you're looking at dry and cold tonight with mostly cloudy skies and mid to high 30s into tomorrow, where we can expect the clouds to start rolling in with temperatures reaching about the mid-50s, to be honest with you there. And that is it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is on.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time for the weekend. Ted versus the FCC and a Bad Choice Friday.
Yes, indeed, it's all true, but in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until next time, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
My 13-year-old acts like a puppy again. Almost overnight, she's a different dog.
Perfect poops. When people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's simply real meat and vegetables with all the nutrients dogs need, instead of highly processed pellets. No tricks, just smarter, healthier pet food delivered in packs portioned for your dog. It's amazing what real food can do. Get 50% off your first order at thefarmersdog.com/no-magic.
From executive producer Jimmy Kimmel.
What's up, team? Just two people can't launch a brand. It takes a village.
We are MMD Hollywood. Wow, which stands for medical marijuana.
Due to restrictions, we can't tell you everything about our new reality series. But what we can say is the idea behind it is fully baked.
I don't know.
High Hopes. Streaming 4/20 on Hulu.
Listening to your favorite podcast? That's smart. Earning your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University? That's really smart. With 24/7 access to coursework, no set class times, and dedicated student support, you can go to school when and where it works for you. Low online tuition means you can even do it for less. And dedicated student support means we'll be with you from day one to graduation and beyond. Join a community of learners just like you. Go to snhu.edu today to start your free application.